Have a great rest of your Thursday.
Tourney
Enjoy
games as it starts in just a couple of hours. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All righty, man. Looking forward to a feel-good Friday. Yeah! All right. Have a great day, everybody. See you tomorrow. As always, New York. See us. They'd say, look at that creepy old man without a penis.
I have a wiener.
Get breaking sports news here. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station. Evan Roberts. Tiki Barber.
Let's go.
It's Evan and Tiki on WFAN, The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Yes, indeed. We made it. NCAA Tournament Thursday. And what a busy sports day it is. Evan and Tiki here on The Fan. For the next 4 hours, we will keep you abreast of the situation as tournament action begins in a little over 2 hours. You also have other things going on, like Cade Cunningham. You may have heard it on Boomer and Geo, has a collapsed lung. I have no idea how much time he's going to miss.
That's a while, I think.
But it feels like it could be a while.
Yeah.
So we'll address that coming up. I have to tell you personally, while I'm excited about the tournament and I'm excited to check out how my bracket is doing, I'm actually most excited for Kodai Senga facing the Astros in West Palm Beach tonight.
You're so excited about your Mets pitching staff. Got Kodai Senga looking great. Nolan McLean. It's just unbelievable. But then Sean Manaea can only throw 88 miles an hour.
Already?
Yeah, we do have some breaking Mets news, Evan.
Don't tell me it's related to Kodai Senga, because I was excited about him pitching
Or
tonight.
Sean Manaea needing Tommy John or something.
Jeez, why would you say that?
Because he's throwing 88 miles an hour.
No, it is not Tommy John surgery. No, it is not Kodai Senga. The Mets have just released a press release, Evan. You should have it there in your inbox.
I do. The Mets have released a press release, and the headline says, Howie Rose to put it in the books. Mets Hall of Fame broadcaster Howie Rose has decided that 2026 will be his final season calling play-by-play for the team. Rose will continue to serve as the master of ceremonies for Mets on-field special events at Citi Field, including opening day, Mets Hall of Fame induction day, and number retirements. The Mets will honor and celebrate Rose all season long with additional details to follow. And we even have a quote. Having grown up in Shea Stadium's upper deck in the 1960s and early 1970s, my long career as a Mets broadcaster has been the epitome of living the dream, said Rose. I have been honored and blessed to follow the lineage of Lindsey Nelson, Bob Murphy, and Ralph Kiner, and I look forward to savoring and sharing every moment of the 2026 season with the greatest fans in baseball. For nearly 4 decades, Howie Rose's voice has been synonymous with New York Mets baseball, said Mets owners Steve and Alex Cohen. His passion for the Mets has carried across memorable moments to life, or has bringing the franchises. I can't read. I tried. Hold on. I'm going to do this quote again because it's a good one from Steve and Alex. His passion for the Mets has carried across the airwaves and into the homes and hearts of fans everywhere, bringing the franchise's most memorable moments to life. Generations of Met fans have grown up listening to Howie call the game with authenticity, energy, and a deep appreciation for what this team means to our community. We are grateful for the relationship we've had with Howie and for the dedication he has shown to the organization and our fan base since 1987. We congratulate Howie on an extraordinary career and wish him the very best as he begins his next chapter of his life with his wife Barbara and their daughters Alyssa and Chelsea. We even got a quote from the architect.
Yeah.
Even have that as well. Howie's passionate voice has cemented his legacy as one of the most beloved and respected broadcasters in the long storied history of the New York radio dial, said Odyssey Chief Business Officer and New York Market President Chris Olivero. We have been blessed with Howie's remarkable talent from the very early days of WFAN, which we will talk about, and look forward to a season celebrating and honoring an all-time great and true friend. I have to be honest with you, and I have two emotions as a Met fan. I'm very happy for Howie. Mm-hmm. He has had a remarkable career, and you always get to say, I'm done doing this. But I am going to miss him. And as I was reading all of this, I was getting a little emotional because he is the voice of a franchise we love, a lot of us love. He has painted the word picture, as Bob Murphy so eloquently used to say, on so many incredible moments. And they're already jumping out at me, whether it's Johan's no-hitter or it's Pete's home run from a few years ago. Yes, I'm allowed to say Pete Alonso's name.
In this occasion, you are.
My personal favorite, the moment he called the final out of the Mets beating the Dodgers in 2015, that was actually my favorite. So this is bittersweet. I'm going to miss the hell out of Howie Rose, but deepest congratulations to him on what has been a brilliant career. This season will be his final year calling New York Mets games.
So, but he'll still be around, as mentioned by Evan in this press release, doing special events at Citi Field, whether it's the Hall of Fame induction day or number retirements or any other of those special events that you guys know about. Was he your first voice for the Mets that you heard on the radio?
No,
or was it Bob?
It was Bob for me. So growing up, it was Bob and it was Gary. And Howie was right here on WFAN. I grew up listening to Howie Rose do the night shift along with Mets Extra.
So he was
on
you before
WFAN.
he was you before you.
Don't besmirch Howie by saying he was me. No,
I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Talking Mets on WFAN.
And he was brilliant at it. He may be too humble to say this. He's one of the great talk show hosts in the history of this radio station. And before we continue anymore, and we'll take your phone calls if you want to chime in on this big announcement, Howie calling it quits after the 2026 season, here is a special audio message from Howie Rose.
Hi, Howie Rose here. Excited as always about the beginning of another Mets season. In fact, I've been blessed to be a part of Mets broadcasts in one capacity or another since 1987. And every season's been unique and significant in its own way. This year, though, will be especially meaningful to me because 2026 will be my final season in the Mets broadcast booth. Now, trust me, I did not arrive at this decision to retire easily. I've been going back and forth in my mind about it for the last few years. But the simple reality is that I'm 72 years old, and my wife, Barbara, who has sacrificed so much for so long, deserves to have her husband around a little more often, whether she likes it or not. I'm not planning on making a clean break. Hopefully I'll be involved now and then in some still to be determined capacity, because for me, letting go of the Mets isn't hard. It's impossible. And one of the biggest reasons for that is the bond that we've created with each other through all these years. The warmth, acceptance, and yes, love that you've shown me in so many ways for so long makes this all the more difficult. And I return those feelings in kind. This year, I'll be in the booth for all of the home games, plus the 3 at Yankee Stadium, and of course, every game, home and away, during the postseason. You know, I'm always honored to start the season by emceeing opening day at Citi Field. But this year in particular, I would like nothing better than to bookend that by serving as Master of Ceremonies on the steps of City Hall after a trip down the Canyon of Heroes immediately following the season. That would make this dream that I've lived complete. So thanks for everything, and I'll see you on opening day.
Howie?
Wow, Howie.
I'm running through a brick wall right now.
Yeah, you should, but
Oh, my God.
no pressure, Meth. No pressure. No, nothing at all.
No, I'll put the pressure on. They got to win it all. I mean, they got to win it all. Because Howie's right, and Howie has said this before when he's joined us, and we will talk to Howie a little bit later on to go more detail about this and talk some Mets baseball. But he has always said that one call he wants to make is the call of winning a championship. And he's come close. And like I mentioned, he's had some great all-time calls. I mean, the first no-hitter in the history of the franchise, and I understand how it's tough for you to understand this, for Sean to understand this, for Yankee fans to understand this. That was our white whale. That was our, this is never going to happen. And you could hear it in Howie's call, which I'll play for you. In fact, pull that one up. That'll be the first one we play in a couple minutes. You can hear it in his voice how much that no-hitter meant to him and meant to all of us as Met fans. He perfectly represented it. And he's called winning pennants like 2015 and winning unbelievable games like the Alonso home run in Milwaukee. But you just heard it. You just heard it at the end of that beautiful statement. He's got to call a World Series this year. So to Bo Bichette and to Juan Soto and to Freddie Peralta and to you, Carlos Mendoza, if you don't win it all this year, what an opportunity you've blown. Because we need to hear, we deserve it, but more than us, Howie deserves it.
Yeah, you know what's interesting about what you just said? All those guys that you just mentioned, none of them know the real long-term impact of Howie Rose because they haven't been here that long.
They're going to learn.
They're all these new to the Met players and then obviously the manager as well, even though he's been here for a few more years than most of those guys. But still, it's almost like you wish this was the team from last year.
Right.
Who had all of those Mets that have been here for whiles, the core that you want to talk about. They're gone now.
Yeah.
And so it'll mean something. Yeah. Obviously, winning a world championship, winning a World Series means a lot to everybody involved with an organization, but it would probably be more if you're doing it for Howie if you'd been here for 5, 6, 7, 8, or a decade.
You have a few guys who have, but obviously not a lot. And I remember one of the coolest viral clips after Pete hit that home run against Devin Williams, of all people, was how they played the call on the charter leaving Milwaukee. And the whole Met team was loving it.
Yeah.
So sometimes just hearing the voice and hearing the big moment that maybe you were a part of, and obviously the Mets have a bunch of new players who haven't been a part of any moments yet, that teaches you very quickly the importance of a voice in the history of the franchise. But I mentioned you, Johan, and this is what made, there's so many things that made Howie Rose, I don't want to say made, he has a full season he's about to call for us. So we still have a year of Howie, but part of what has made him one of the great voices is something you can't teach, which is the passion. He said it. So one of the first things he said. He grew up as a Met fan. He grew up in the upper deck. He's all of us.
Right.
He's a little bit older.
He's not trying to be unbiased.
No, he's a Met fan.
Right.
He knows what it's like. And that's why this call of the Johan Santana no-hitter, and I say this with respect to you and to Sean and to Big Mac, you don't get it. And that's okay. The no-hitter was the holy grail. It was the thing that we were taught would never happen. Howie would say on a lot of broadcasts, he knows this, when the Mets would give up a hit in the third inning, that's the 977th game, or whatever the number was, of the Mets not pitching a no-hitter. Like, it was a running joke. And so on that Friday night in 2012, when Johan Santana, who had thrown 100 million pitches and had walked quite a few guys, and yes, gave up a hit a few innings earlier, that was called foul. Listen to the emotion of this call.
Santana into the windup. The payoff pitch on the way. Swung out and missed. Strike three. He's done it. Johan Santana has pitched a no-hitter in the 8,020th game in the history of the New York Mets. They finally have a no-hitter. And who better to do it than Johan Santana? And what a remarkable story. His teammates are mobbing him at the mound. The players in the bullpen are trotting in. It is a surreal feeling here at Citi Field. The first no-hitter in the history of the New York Mets has been pitched by as worthy a candidate as anyone, Johan Santana. Put it in the books, in the history books. One of the seminal moments in the history of this franchise.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Everybody is just milling at the pitching mound right now.
I dare you, Sean, mock the no-hitter. Go ahead.
Today is not the day for that. Today is the day for Howie Rose.
Exactly.
I will say that the other night meant more to Johan Santana, but that's neither here nor there.
That's different. That's very, very different. And I tell you, something Howie said in that call is, again, why he has been one of the great broadcasters in the history of all sports. He said something, and I remember that night. That's one of those nights I'll never forget as a fan. And I didn't get to hear his call live because I was there. I was sitting right underneath him. I was like 20 feet away from Howie that night. And you know what I kept thinking about as I was watching the Mets celebrate? I'm going to cry. I don't want to cry. That's how much that moment means. Here's what he said that I was thinking. Surreal. It's the perfect word.
Yeah.
Because I remember standing there with my arms folded, just watching the scene, and I was like, this is the most surreal thing I've ever seen in my life. And Howie Rose nailed it with that call, because it was. He knew how to describe everything brilliantly.
Yeah. Well, especially because it had never happened. 8,000. That was the real number.
That's a real number.
8,020.
That's right.
Games for the first no-hitter in Mets history.
That's right.
That's pretty damn impressive.
That's right.
I mean, not impressive, meaning that's a long time. I don't want to use negativity. It's just a long time when you think about it.
And I think what made that streak so crazy are the guys that left and then pitched no-hitters. Whether it was Nolan Ryan, who hit those 7 of them, or George Thomas Seaver, or even Doc Gooden doing it with the Yankees, a game Sean was at. Like, there's such a long list of guys who would then do it. It's a part of what made that moment so special. But the other thing about Howie Rose, and this is for you, Sean, this is obviously for a lot of people in the audience, this is a celebration about him and the New York Mets. but his career features a lot of other things. It features the most famous call in the history of New York sports, maybe outside of the Bobby Thompson home run. And that was, let's be honest, it was 70 years ago.
Right.
The shot heard around the world.
Right. A lot of our audience hasn't heard it.
They've heard it, or it's just history. You know,
some have maybe not heard it.
Maybe you're right. It makes me want to play it, but not today. But obviously, we're talking about Stephane Matteau. We're talking about a moment that I know means a lot to you, Sean. Means a lot to a lot of people in the audience. We actually talked briefly about this yesterday because we forget about how the Devils tied it with 7 seconds to go. But Howie Rose calling the Stephane Matteau game-winning goal that sent the New York Rangers to the Stanley Cup final. This is literally on its own mountaintop of all-time New York sports calls. Would you like to wax poetic before we play, Sean?
Just real quickly, I will tell you where I was as a first grader just falling in love with sports, going to as many Ranger games as I went to this year. I don't think I fully grasped radio at that point. When this call happens and you hear it for the days on end after, it is the first time I fell in love with radio was this call.
But you didn't hear this live.
Didn't hear it live,
Yeah,
but
got
obviously you hear it going on. This call made me fall in love with radio for the first time.
I will tell you something crazy. I did hear it live. And the reason I heard it live is sort of pathetic on my end, but at least I got to hear it from Howie. I was at a Met game. And me and my dad had the Walkman out, and we were listening.
You were at the Met game
You're
that night?
damn right I was.
Wow.
And
So you're listening to the hockey game while at a Met game.
Dude,
What was the Met game?
Dude, I couldn't tell you that.
That's got to be in the book that I'm Matteau's goal.
That's right.
I almost have to look it up now to see who they were playing. It was
It was not memorable,
no,
obviously.
dude, it was 1994. First of all, the season never ended because there was a strike. So it was not even a thing. I actually remember the Devils tying it and telling everybody around me in such a kid douchey way, "You're not going to believe it. The Rangers blew the lead." And then, of course, you had this call.
Keesoff for the Devils plays it cross ice into the far corner. Matteau swoops in to intercept. Matteau behind the net. Swings it in front. He scores! Matteau! 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 Stephane Matteau! And the Rangers have one more hill to climb, baby! But it's Mount Vancouver! The Rangers are headed to the final!
I mean, that is just...
Oh, God, I'm welling up in tears just hearing it again. Think about it. You could
I'm trying
picture.
to think which one is better. That one's almost better than Santana.
No, that's... Look,
I'm just because it's hockey's different because in baseball you could probably feel for a while this could be a no-hitter, this could be a no-hitter, this could be a no-hitter. Especially you get into the last inning.
Yeah.
You get to the last few pitches, this could be a no-hitter. Oh, the penultimate out. Oh man, he's only got one more. That moment with Matteau is all right, face off. Wait, he's running. You just win.
Right, the game-winning goal could happen at any moment. Yeah.
It just happened. There's no build-up. It just happened.
It's also, let's just be honest, it's Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals against a local blood rival.
Right.
Mine's a Friday night against the Cardinals in a lost season.
It's just something that was cool because it had never happened.
Dude,
I think the Matteau call, and again, I'm completely unbiased here.
Of course.
Because I have no dog in either one of these fights. The Matteau call, to me, is more a genuine shock, surprise, excitement, but it is so clean. It just makes it fantastic.
It's also much more difficult to do.
Right.
I mean, you're describing the action. Look,
I thought about it.
I think there are two calls.
When Santana's getting ready to pitch a no-hitter, you've kind of thought about it.
Oh, yeah.
What am I going to say?
You're right.
When and if this happens?
You're 1,000% right.
And what am I going to say when and if this doesn't happen? Somebody gives up a hit. What am I going to say?
Oh, my God. Howie may have died on the air if that happened.
Right, with Matteau?
Yeah.
You got to call it like you see it.
Yeah. I think the Stephane Matteau call and the Bobby Thompson call are far and away, and it's not particularly close.
Yeah.
The two greatest sports calls in New York sports history. It's just not it's those two. And the Bobby Thompson one, I think it's just because of the historic nature of it. It was Giants Dodgers. It was a playoff. It was Bobby Thompson, the guy screaming.
Right.
I know his name, but I'm forgetting it for a second, which is pathetic on my end. The broadcaster, Russ Hodges. There you go. I think I have it. Sorry about that.
I wouldn't know.
Please fact check me on that.
Yeah.
But the Giants win the pennant. The Giants win the pennant.
That's a world famous.
It's so legendary. Yeah. But that and Matteau are, it's on its own mountaintop. But this man has had such a brilliant career broadcasting the Rangers, broadcasting the Islanders, which he did for a very long time. and obviously the Mets. And so if you're just tuning in, Howie made the announcement himself, and we read the press release. This will be his final season calling games for the New York Mets. He will be calling every home game and the 3 games at Yankee Stadium. He'll be calling every postseason game, assuming the Mets can make it. And he'll still be a part of the Met family, doing Master of Ceremony events moving forward. But this is the final year of one of the great voices in the history of New York sports. And we're lucky enough to be joined by Howie Rose in about a half hour, so you want to keep it right here. We'll get to your calls. Any thoughts on his brilliant career? Of course, 888-808-1019. And we'll mix in some sports. The tournament begins today. Kodai Senga needs to pitch well tonight. And we got some football to talk about because there's been quarterback moves that very much may impact the New York Jets. Toll-free number, 888-808-1019. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by Flag and Anthem. Real clothes for real life. Check out Flag and Anthem's new College Game Day shop with all the gear you love. Now with your favorite school's logo. And don't miss Flag and Anthem's latest spring drop with Wear Now gear. Flag and Anthem has you covered. Visit flagandanthem.com and refresh your closet. Flag and Anthem, premium clothes without the premium price tag. The portion of the program is also sponsored by Kalshi. Trade on anything. March matchups are here, and now you can trade the tournament in all 50 states on Kalshi. Trade game outcomes, spreads, and more on top seeds and potential Cinderella stories. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code FAN to get $10 when you trade 10. Kalshi. Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Score up to a $50 bonus bet daily during March matchups with BetMGM's free-to-play Fast Break game. Log into BetMGM, play as the point guard, and choose to pass or go for a dunk. If you score, you'll win either a $50 bonus bet or boost token. The ball is always in your court with BetMGM, where you can take advantage of special offers and earn rewards points on every bet. Make a fast break during March matchups by playing as the point guard for your daily shot at a $50 bonus bet or boost token. BetMGM.com is where you'll find full prize details and terms. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus years of age to wager and physically present in New York only. New and existing customer offer subject to eligibility requirements. Additional terms and restrictions may apply. All rewards expire in 24 hours.
It's March savings time at Nielsen Dodge. It's also tax return time, and we have a great money-saving idea. Show us what your tax return is, and we'll double it up to $1,500.
You can count on 0 down payment, super low lease payments, 0% financing is available.
Lease a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitude X 4x4, just $198 a month.
Match your tax return up to $1,500 on any new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram.
Hundreds of vehicles in stock with big savings off MSRP. And of course, we always give you the credit help you need.
Find out what your tax return is before April 15th, and we'll double it up to $1,500. Max your tax only at Nielsen Dodge for a limited time.
On Route 10 in East Hanover, or shop online at nielsendodge.com.
Sun is in the driver's seat. Declaration of Deal sales event.
With approval, term 27 months, due at sign, $51.98. Add tax tag $498 and DMV fees. For tax refund info, see dealer for details.
I'm a 100% kind of guy, so I got Verizon Fios. It's 100% fiber internet because I do everything at 100%.
What game should we watch?
100% of them.
She hits a
penalty kick
out of the park
from way downtown for a
beautiful shot onto the green.
You either have 100% fiber internet or you don't. Get Verizon Fios. It's super fast and reliable with ultra low lag. It's 100% or nothing. Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch today.
Go Teams!
Hey, it's Tiki Barber with a special message for New York businesses looking to diversify your income. Amazon Hub Delivery is making it easy to earn extra money. When you partner with Amazon Hub Delivery, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra income and exposure for your business. There's no upfront cost, no delivery experience, and no long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
Injured in an accident? Your case in the hands of one lawyer may settle for $100,000. but in the hands of the right law firm, could be worth millions. The Rothenberg Law Firm has been representing injury victims for over 50 years, winning and collecting billions for our clients. And we're not stopping now. The Rothenberg Law Firm, 1-800-624-8888, or visit us at injurylawyer.com.
Be a lawyer for injured ones, injurylawyer.com.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The greatest insult the Colonel ever suffered was being served a wrap that was just a snack by a friend. So he took 2 crispy tenders, lettuce, tomatoes, and pepper mayo, and wrapped them in a soft tortilla. It wasn't a snack, it was a meal. He called it a twister, and never called that friend again. The Colonel lived, so we could chicken. The Twister, now back at KFC, classic or with bacon. Also try it spicy. It's finger-licking good.
Prices and participation may vary.
Right now, FanDuel is dropping bonus bets into everyone's account for the tournament. All you have to do is opt in to claim your bonus. Use them on bracket picks, money line spreads, totals, game props, or even same-game parlays. But don't wait. These bonus bets are only available for a limited time. Just visit FanDuel.com/New York to learn more. That's FanDuel.com/New York to opt in to claim your bonus for the tournament. We just love the app around here. It's safe and secure. When you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook has all the betting markets you want for the tournament. And for all sports, FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and over and physically present in New York. Bonus issues, non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max bonus $500 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
It's a fact. Town Fair Tire is the area's largest name brand discount tire dealer. It's a fact. Town Fair Tire sells Toyo tires for the guaranteed lowest price. Plus, Town Fair gives you more free services than any other tire dealer for the life of your Toyo tires. So, if you're looking for Toyo tires, nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody. And that, my friends, is a fact.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Move and be moved in the Mazda CX-5, the smart choice for those who expect more from their drive. With standard I-Active all-wheel drive and advanced safety features, the CX-5 gives you confidence in every condition. Its effortless handling and responsive performance set it apart from the crowd. Inside, you'll find thoughtful, crafted design for comfort and connection. There's more to a Mazda. Visit your local Mazda dealer or MazdaUSA.com.
The most important meal of the day just got better at Dunkin'. Now you can get a medium hot or iced coffee, 6 crispy hash browns, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, all for $6. That's a full breakfast meal for $6. 6 crispy golden hash browns, a warm, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese, and a medium coffee to start your day right. Do breakfast the Dunkin' way and order Dunkin's $6 meal. No substitutions, participations and times may vary. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
It is NCAA Tournament Thursday. I was very happy to see Miami of Ohio win last night.
Hey, good job, Miami of Ohio.
Damn right. I want them to go on a very deep run. Outside of that, and I was talking to Sean about this off air, it feels like the interest in the NCAA Tournament locally is at an all-time low. Now, I think there's
Except for Virginia.
Okay. Yeah, whatever you say. What garbage? Except for St. John's.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's excitement about a local school, and tomorrow night they'll be in action with a chance to begin what will be a very difficult run.
Well, Long Island, too.
Yeah, look, the Hofstra thing is always exciting,
Yeah.
like especially if you're an alum and Speedy Claxton, who we all remember. So I'm not besmirching the local nature of it. It's more the national nature of it. Like, it just doesn't feel the way it felt 10 years ago. And Sean made a great point that, you ready for this theory? And we'll get to your calls. Obviously, Howie Rose, a big story today, and Howie's going to join us at 11 as he's announced that 2026 will be his final season calling New York Mets games. More on that in a second. We'll get to your calls on that. But, Sean, your theory on why the NCAA tournament doesn't have that same excitement as maybe a decade ago.
Did you ask me?
Yeah.
So we just asked me?
Yes.
All right. Sorry. Tiki asked me something in my ear. Why? It's
Well,
because
that's Tiki's fault.
Well, it's not my fault because I said Long Island. You
Yeah.
start talking about Hofstra.
Hofstra.
LIU is in it too.
he was
Hofstra's
referencing LIU.
on Long Island. LIU is not on Long Island.
True.
Do you know geography?
No.
No. You're not right.
I am right. Long Island University is not on Long Island.
You're wrong, first of all.
Am I?
There's 2 LIU campuses they've combined into one school where the basketball team's arenas, but they still are represented on Long Island.
Yeah, but they're from Brooklyn.
Yeah, forget it.
They go to school.
LIU
They go to
is a-
school on an island.
Is that true?
Yes.
All right. Well, okay. But hey, let me defend myself before you make your point.
Yes.
When you say a Long Island local team in the tournament, it's Hofstra,
I
bro.
didn't say a Long Island team. I said Long Island.
Long Island.
Oh.
You did again, Tiki. He doesn't
I know,
listen, and then yells.
because he knows what thinks I'm going to say. And
Exactly.
He just kind of registers as Hofstra, even though I said Long Island. Look at these guys.
Now back to the point.
Yes.
The NCAA tournament.
Yes.
I've noticed this trend the last couple of years, and I think your point is locally too. We care about St. John's, Hofstra, LIU, but I don't even think we care about the tournament beyond those teams.
Yeah.
As evident when St. John's got knocked out last year. I think we have become, at least from a gambling society, such pigs where we gamble on everything. Now, if you are a sports gambler, because that's what made March Madness special, right? Filling out a bracket, betting the games, taking off today. Now it's not only football. You got the NBA playoffs. You're betting home runs in baseball. I think the coolness of, wow, I get to, do something that feels illegal. I'm going to gamble on college basketball. That's gone out the window now. We do it all year long, so it's kind of taking the luster away from March Madness.
I think that's a great point.
I think it's also, there used to be a familiarity with these teams that we always hear about, right? Coach K at Duke. And it was because of the head coach and all his success.
Boeheim at Syracuse.
It's Boeheim at Syracuse. Now it's like, what's the guy's name at Duke? What's his name? Right?
There was a changing of the guard with the legendary head coach.
Right.
That's
and
a fair point, too.
Right. And then you look at, like, Michigan. Yeah. Historically, Michigan had all these great names at head coaches and players. And you're like, all right, well, who's the head coach at Michigan right now?
Yeah.
Is it still the Fab Five guy?
Steve Fisher?
Yeah. No. It was, who was it?
Steve Fisher.
No, the player.
Jalen Rose. Juwan Howard.
Juwan Howard.
Juwan Howard.
Right. And so it's like, who's the head coach?
Yeah.
You just don't know it anymore.
That's a fair point. I think you both bring up very interesting points about it. Like, the gambling is so prominent that the bracket is no longer special. I think that's a very fair point. We have had a changing of the guard in college basketball on a lot of levels. I mean, you've got the nil money. It's a professional sport. I mean, honestly, that's what it is.
That's right.
And I don't think it ruins the game for me. Like, to me, college basketball in terms of the gameplay is still the same. It's not as good as the NBA, but that's always been my opinion. I'm just one guy.
Right.
But you're right.
I had to look it up. Dusty May.
Dusty May.
Head coach of Michigan.
Yeah. He also pitches for the Pittsburgh Pirates. known as Dustin May.
That's Dustin. He puts on his alter ego.
Close enough. The other thing about the tournament that I always find interesting is that it is the one event in American sports that gets less exciting as it goes on. Like Thursday and Friday, today and tomorrow, is the day where you take off. It's the day where you're watching all the games.
Right.
It's the day in which you're fully just embracing all of it.
Right. Whether you're on Long Island or in Brooklyn, you're watching LIU saying, go ahead, let's beat Arizona. Well, it's not happening, but you never know.
You're into it. You're into the Cinderellas.
Right. And then all of a sudden you're gone, and now you're like, all right, whatever.
Yeah. Your bracket sucks. You rip it up, and by next week, you're like, is this still going on? Oh, wait, it's opening day. And it's the only event like that. Like in the NFL playoffs, the excitement builds. In the MLB playoffs, the excitement builds, obviously, because you're getting to its climax. You're getting to its championship. And I think in college basketball, it's the opposite. But either way, we have a whole horde of basketball games. And I was thinking about this, because I think about growing up basically here, starting in middays with Joe in 07 and listening to this radio station. And one of the big controversies that would always be the case, and it was mostly Chris, the mad dog himself, going crazy about it, would be which games CBS is choosing to show you. Because they controlled the red zone.
Right.
They would give you this game, then they flip to that game. And so half the controversy was, how is CBS not showing us BYU? Instead, you keep it on Arizona and have it by 30. Nowadays, because of the technology and obviously TNT and TBS and True TV, but even more than that, the March Madness app, which I love, you can watch whatever game you want.
That's true.
There used to be a time for you youngins out there in which, yes, we would scream, mostly Chris, about which games CBS was allowing us to see.
Right. And with the app, it's not just on a tablet or a phone. It's on your TV.
It's everywhere. So you can watch whatever hell game you want. And 15 years ago, wasn't the case. So either way, we will keep you posted today. The first game a little bit after noon, 12 o'clock today. Obviously, the Carton Show will do the same. So we'll keep you posted throughout your college basketball Thursday. But obviously, a lot else going on, including around here with the announcement of Howie Rose retiring at the end of this season. And Howie will join us in 25 minutes straight up at 11 o'clock. I'll also play you my personal favorite Howie Rose call of all time in just a few minutes. But let's get to some of your phone calls, including Jeremy, who's calling from Melville. Hey, Jeremy.
Hey, guys.
What's happening?
So, look, as long-suffering Met fans, we've suffered on the field, but where we haven't suffered is in the TV booth with Gary Cohen and the radio booth with Howie Rose.
Yep.
I mean, how lucky are we to have had those two guys for as long as we've had? They're the best in the business. And, you know, baseball on the radio is really hard. There's so much dead air to fill, so much time, and he makes it seem so easy. He's a joy to listen to, and I wish him nothing but the best moving forward. We'll miss him, but he's just the best.
Yeah, good. I mean, good call, Jeremy. And you're right. It is hard on radio. Like football is easier on radio because you can talk about so many parts of a play in between plays. Whereas baseball, it's kind of like he threw a strike and nothing happened. And so you got to find another story to accent what's going on in the game, but not get so irrelevant that people tune out.
It's such a great point, and I'll ask Howie about this when he joins us. I am convinced, and I'm not just trying to put over WFAN and our history, but I think his experience as a talk show
There's
host
no doubt about that.
has added to his
100%.
broadcast career.
Kevin Harlan, that's how he is.
Yeah. You're doing a talk show.
You're doing a talk show, and now you just have somebody with you.
That's right.
That's also talking about whatever the game is.
I mean, think about it. Howie used to be on for 4 or 5 hours every night, taking your phone calls, talking New York sports. Now, in the midst of a Met game, and I think more so during the pre-pitch clock era, if we're being fair, there was so much downtime that you basically have to do a talk show. And Howie Rose probably used, and again, we'll ask him, his talk show hosting experience to add to the broadcast because he's wildly entertaining. You know, today we play, and we will throughout the show play these highlights, you know, these great moments. But I think a part of Howie's brilliance is also what he's adding in the middle of a broadcast. And our last caller, Jeremy, is so spot on. And I would expand it from not just the Mets. We are spoiled in this city with some of the broadcasters we have. I mean, we know about Gary Cohen. We know about Howie Rose.
Right.
What about Mike Breen?
True.
What about Walt Clyde Frazier?
Right.
What about Iron Eagle?
Yeah, Bob Papa's great.
Bob Papa's amazing.
Bob Wischusen.
Bob Wischusen is underrated as they come. And I'm not going to leave out Michael Kay. He's very good as well, doing the Yankees. I mean, think about how long he's been there now with the New York Yankees. It's crazy.
I am a damage freak.
But I think what this presents, you know, with this retirement, Howie's retiring, it's a new generation that's going to take his place, and it's not going to feel the same. But Howie probably was like that 40 years ago.
No, that's true.
At some point, it has to turn over.
Absolutely.
It's a conversation we were having about quarterbacks yesterday. At some point, it just turns over.
I'm curious, and I think my memory is telling me I'm right about this, but I'm like 98% sure. When Howie Rose moved to the radio booth, because Howie did TV, did Fox Sports New York with guys like, what's his name? Fran Healy.
Oh, yeah.
And Ralph Kiner.
Yeah.
He came to WFAN to do the Mets and work with Gary. He was replacing Bob Murphy, who is... I mean, Mike, he's a legend.
Yeah.
His microphone is up there at the rooftop of Citi Field. That ain't easy.
I would love to hear Howie's first few calls.
Oh, we can find that easily.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sure. But I think you're right that the whole talk show thing helps. It just helps you talk.
Yes.
Because you're not unafraid. You're not afraid to say things. You just talk.
Yes.
And people, when I have conversations with people, they're like, man, you're good with everybody. I'm like, it's because I talk for a living. It's easy to have conversations when you talk for a living. So it probably was easier for him than most who didn't talk for a living before they were doing play-by-play.
That's a good point. Let's go to Ken in Paramus, New Jersey. Hey, Ken.
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you?
All's good.
Good, man. What's up?
When was the last time the Mets won the World Series?
1986.
And Howie Rose started when?
He started at the Fan in 1987, is my understanding.
Well, broadcasting for the Mets.
Yeah, I think he may have done Mets Extra back then. I'd have to double check it. Are you trying to
I
call
believe he said 1987.
Okay,
in that
what are you getting at,
So
Ken?
it sounds like he is the bad luck charm for the Mets. Good riddance.
Oh, come on.
That's not nice.
Kid, you're going to be a troll.
By the way, he is right, though. Not that he's... No. Hold on. Let me rephrase this. He's right about the Mets history, not about him being a bad luck charm. Howie Rose has been a part of the Met broadcast since 1987, beginning his run as the pre- and post-game host of Mets Extra and occasionally doing play-by-play as a fill-in. So he is right. Should we tell that to Howie?
No,
Is it
I mean,
possible
it's not
you're
like he
bad?
was full-time. He wasn't the voice of the Mets right after they didn't win.
No, he started doing
or however many consecutive years.
Started doing the world-famous Mets Extra.
Yes.
Which was, let me tell you something. Mets Extra back in the day, and I'm not trying to besmirch it later in the day, but hey, sometimes things are better a long time ago, as I've learned. Mets Extra,
As we've heard.
Mets Extra back in the day was raw. And what I mean by that is Howie told you he told you the deal.
Yeah.
And I remember, I think there was a thing between him and Davey Johnson where Davey refused to. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't Davey. It was Bud Harrelson. I want to fix that as well, where Bud Harrelson stopped coming on because Howie was tough.
Yeah.
He was fair.
You have
he was
to be.
tough.
You have to be.
And Mets Extra sometimes would start, especially in the post games, with Howie just ripping people
Right.
because he was tough. He was called it like it is.
Sounds like me doing giant pre- and post-game.
Yes. By the way, yes.
I can't help it.
Yes. And neither could Howie.
Right. Because I'm a fan. I'm like, I care.
He's a fan. Yeah, it's exactly the same. Let's go to Frank in Monroe. What's up, Frank?
Hey, Frank.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
All's well.
I just want to tell you, I'm a Jersey guy, but I lived in Vegas for 10 years. And the first 4 days of the tournament is the time to go to the casinos. Don't go for the Super Bowl or the World Series. Take your friends and go for the first 4 days of the tournament. It's unbelievable. I just want to say that.
No,
I think you're right.
And
you nailed it.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if he's taking off. Sean, you could find out. Tommy used to do that all the time.
Yeah.
I think it was AC more than Vegas, but he would take off from our show on Thursday and Friday, the NCAA tournament, just to go to Atlantic City. Now, he's a big-time talk show host now, and he has a responsibility, much like I have a responsibility to be on the air during Mets opening day, where I would assume Tommy is not taking off, right, Sean?
I don't think he is, but I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't think he is either.
I don't know. I did Vegas 4 years ago, and he's right, except for the fact that if you don't pre-book certain spots at a sports book for $1,000, you're kind of screwed.
Really?
Yeah, I ended up watching a lot of those games at the Yard House, which was
challenge.
great.
That's
Yeah.
the challenge.
It's still a great scene, but yeah, it's going to cost you.
Let's go to Matt in Howard Beach. Hey, Matt.
Hey, guys. Good morning.
What's up?
A couple of quick things. Geographically, come on, Evan, you're a smart guy. Brooklyn and Queens are on Long Island. No one that lives there admits it.
I'm not doing this.
No one that lives there would ever admit to being from Long Island. I'm a Queens kid myself.
Matt,
Look at the map, dude.
No one's arguing that they're connected, okay? We know that. It is not the freaking same. Just because they're connected and technically Queens and Brooklyn are on Long Island, it's not Long Island.
It is.
Long Island is Long Island, and New York City is New York City. And New York City includes Brooklyn and Queens. Long Island is Long Island. And Sean, how dare you as a Long Islander, you know full well that there's a difference between that.
Will Long Islanders, like Sean, claim the Brooklynites?
We often do. That's our city. And you know how you know this proof, Evan? How does anybody who's not from Long Island assume baseball fandom on Long Island?
Say one more time.
When you're not from Long Island, because I get it all the time here.
You're a
Yankee fan. You live in Long Island. The Mets play right there.
Okay.
Well, the Mets play on Long Island or not?
They don't play on Long Island.
So then why does everybody assume that?
Because they play close to Long Island. Why do people assume people from
It's 10 minutes difference between Yankee Stadium and Citi
Why
Field.
do people assume that people from Jersey are Yankee fans? All of a sudden, is that Jersey?
Well, because there's no baseball team.
Okay, there's no baseball team on Long Island either. Same thing.
There is.
No,
there is. You're fitting the narrative.
Sean, I'm disappointed in you. Tiki's another story because this is like foreign to him. He's never lived on Long Island.
Okay, I'm looking at Google Maps right now. As I pull out, it's like, hey, Long Island. That Long Island, which happens to be long, it wraps all the way Brooklyn.
But it's not
Queens.
Long Island. It's separated. That's New York City.
No. My dad worked 20 years in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, only took the job because it wasn't the city. It was still Long Island.
No one's arguing that it's closer and easier to get to. We're arguing that it's not Long Island.
It is.
And you know that. You're embarrassing yourself.
Evan, I'm a little history lesson to again. Tiki may not be aware of this, but I know my Long Island. There are 4 counties on Long Island, Evan. Do you want to name them?
No, there's just 2. It's Nassau and Suffolk.
No.
That's it. Don't give me Queens County. It's not.
Queens and Kings County were the first 2 counties on Long Island. Tiki, go down your rabbit hole.
There you go.
But in 2026, it's not Long Island.
It is.
No, it's not. Just
Queens
it's
is more.
How is the year changing what constitutes Long Island?
Queens is
It's
more Long Island than
geography.
Montauk.
Well, there was a time in which Brooklyn was its own city. Is Brooklyn still its own city, Tiki? Or is it part of New York City?
It's a borough of New York City.
Well, there was a time where it was its own city. You know that. I think it changed in 1895. So what does that mean? I mean, you guys are something else.
It's Kings County, Long Island.
You know who could break the tie?
Who?
Howie Rose.
Okay.
Will you honor Howie's decision?
Listen, Howie's got a lot going on in his head today. I'll let him say what he has to say.
What does that mean?
Where is Howie from?
Queens.
Okay.
That's my point.
I'm just wanted to make sure.
Didn't you listen to the video we played? Or
Sort
the
of.
audio we played?
I did, but there was a lot in that.
Yeah, there was a lot in there. He's a Queens kid.
And he put a ton of pressure on the Mets to win a championship this year.
Well,
Weird,
I mean,
man.
we need him to.
Why do the New York Islanders currently play in Queens?
What does that mean?
Why do the New York Islanders currently play in Queens?
No, Belmont's technically Long Island.
No, half the arena is in Queens.
Is that true that
Yeah.
half the arena is technically across the border?
Yes.
Well, what tax do they pay?
It's a great question. I'm going to have to ask them.
I have no idea. Let's go to Will in Smithtown. What's up, Will?
Hello. Hey, how's it going, guys?
All's good.
I just wanted to keep it short and simple. I've been listening to Howie forever, and he can just paint a picture with his words.
No doubt.
You know, it was just so much better than just watching him on TV. I would watch the TV and listen to Howie Rose broadcast on the radio.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. And that's one of the cool things that Apple TV does give us when they take away the SNY broadcast is that you can time out and hear Howie, and Keith Rad's done a great job as well, painting the word picture, as Bob Murphy used to call it. And we mentioned the other day that Odyssey teamed up with another company to have this feature at Citi Field where you can, on the MLB Ballpark app, listen to the Met radio broadcast exactly synced in with the live game in front of you to cut out the delay.
That's pretty amazing.
And I think in this being Howie's final season, and remember, he is calling all the home games. He's not calling the road games other than the Yankees. This is the perfect year to take advantage of it. I almost wonder if that deal was cut knowing we got to honor Howie by 40,000 people being able to listen to him.
There's 40,000 people or however many go each night that aren't getting to hear him because you don't hear him.
Absolutely. Let's go to Mike in Massapequa. Mike.
Hey, how's it going, guys? I
All's
just
well.
wanted to jump in on an iconic call. I think Morash will have a little, emotional stand on this. The Doc Emmerich call, 2012 against the Rangers when Henrique scored the goal. So I just wanted to see his take on that.
Yeah, but wait, hold on a second. We're talking about Howie Rose, not Doc Emmerich. No offense to Doc. He was great.
What did you use the word yesterday? Douchery? That was douchery. That is not. I love Doc. This is not. It's Howie's day.
I know what he's doing. He's either an Islander or a Devil fan, probably a Devil fan.
Yeah.
Who's saying, hey, that's a bad moment in our history, which it is. I need to retort it with a great moment in Devils history. But you got to remember, that's not what we're doing here. We're not trying to mock Devils versus Rangers.
Yeah.
This is about one of the great calls in the history of sport. And it was done by Howie Rose.
I agree. Like, I'm trying to go through all the Howie
just get
calls.
along?
Yeah.
Rangers won. The Devils won the next year.
It's so stupid.
Right.
Speaking,
just get along.
Speaking of which, Evan, do we have Howie's call of Luis Castillo dropping the pop-up?
That's a jackass comment.
Why? I want to hear what his call was for that moment. What? We only got to play the good. I mean, he captured the bad moments.
That is
too.
an epic moment. And if you're a fan, you had an emotional
what?
reaction to it.
Here's what
we should absolutely find that.
Here's what I will say. I worked my ass off putting all these clips together because, hold on, let me get out of this. Because I never knew when Howie Rose would retire. So I whatever. I like collecting Howie Rose calls. And I worked my ass off. If you want to find that call, we will gladly play it.
All right, Cap, if you're listening, can you please find that call?
But in the meantime, I'd like you to cue up my favorite all-time Howie Rose call.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
Yes,
All right.
I am.
And I will give you a heads up so you can find it. It's in the system. My favorite call, it's either beating the Dodgers in 15 or beating the Cubs in 15. Let's go with the
Either?
Either one, and I'll tell you why.
They're the same?
No, they're not the same. They're both amazing to me.
So they're tied.
They're tied.
For you. Oh, I see. I got
I'm going to go with 15 against the Dodgers. National League Division Series in 2015, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
That was an all-time roller coaster of emotions game. It's a winner-take-all game. It's in L.A., so you're helpless. It's not like I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
Jake's on the mound. It's when Jake just proved he is a man's man. All right? It was unbelievable. He was in trouble every inning. He fought out of it. Mets took the lead, and they held on and won the baseball game with a 6-out save from Jeurys Familia. There was this brief worry when Chase Utley, as a pinch hitter, went to the warning track. So it was very, very emotional. And so as Jeurys Familia is trying to get that final out, like I'm dying. And I'm in my apartment in Long Island City, which is Queens.
On the island.
No! It's Queens, damn it. Anyhow.
Yeah, you could paint this picture all you want. I don't see this one.
What do you mean you don't see this one?
I see exactly one from 2015.
And which one is that?
Well, two of them. A David Ryder.
Okay, that's the World Series.
And the NLCS final out.
You know what? We'll play that one. I'll set up for this one. This was inevitable. We're about to sweep the Chicago Cubs.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually about to go to the game. I was about to fly to Chicago and do the show. My wife said, it's your call if you want to go. And I said, you know what? I'm going to stay home and watch it with you. And so this one, I pumped the radio up because it was over. Like the Mets were beating the Cubs by a lot. We're up 3-0. It was an inevitable celebration. And so, ladies and gentlemen, Howie Rose calling the Mets to the World Series.
Here's the payoff pitch from Familia to Fowler on the way. And it's in there, strike three called. The Mets win the pennant. The New York Mets have won the National League pennant. Put it in the books. The New York Mets, for the first time in 15 years, are champions of the National League. And they are mobbing each other out behind the pitcher's mound. They have completed a 4-game sweep of the Chicago Cubs in the National League Championship Series. They win Game 4, 8-3, and now the disappointed crowd here at Wrigley Field begin to salute their Cubs, whose long streak, 70 years without a pennant, and back to 1908 without a World Series will continue.
Wow.
And all of the focus now on the New York Mets.
Yes.
They're headed to the World Series.
Throw the jab at the Cubs.
Damn right. They won next year.
I know, but still.
Now imagine that if they win the World Series. I'm so glad Sean did find it. So ladies and gentlemen, here it is. My favorite call of all time. The final out of 2015, the Mets beat the LA Dodgers in the division series.
K-Rod ready.
What?
Here's the pitch.
That's not.
And it's popped
you
in the
son
air.
of a bitch.
Behind second base. Castillo backing up. Onto the grass. Under it. Drops the ball. And the score is Jeter. Teixeira coming to the plate. He slides in ahead of the throw. The Yankees win. Luis Castillo dropped a pop-up off the bat of Alex Rodriguez. The Mets, walking slowly off the field, are stunned. The Yankees come out of the dugout and jump on Alex Rodriguez, who hit the pop-up. They get a piece of Jeter. They get a piece of Teixeira. And the Mets have lost about the toughest game imaginable.
Okay.
But that's a great call.
That is a great call, though.
You guys are something
It is
else.
a great call.
I know that hurts you, but that's a great call.
Well done, Sean.
It hurts me that I thought we were throwing to my favorite Howie call, and you gave me that. It was.
But you could still appreciate how epic it was.
That was a great call.
I mean, he drops the ball.
Well, a part of what makes Howie Rose, and I'll include Gary in this as well, of course, what makes them great is that while, there's more tinge in their voice for success with the Mets, they call like it is, man.
Yep.
That's the thing about these two guys. They call like it is. And so Howie didn't give you he drops it, and the Mets lose. He gave you the full emotion.
Yeah.
Now, when we come back, let's talk to the man himself. The great Howie Rose will join us. If you're just tuning in, he's announced 2026 will be his final year calling games for the New York Mets. So we're going to hear from Howie in just a few minutes. Can't wait.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ. Precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. A streak continued last night in Brooklyn. He got 20 points and only 20 points. The Thunder cracked down on the Nets 121-92. And Jack Hughes had a goal and 2 assists as the Devils beat the Rangers 6-3, but the Rangers really win in terms of lottery odds.
Oh, stop it. You guys suck. If you're looking to level up your wardrobe, check out Collars & Co. You might have seen them on Shark Tank where they landed a deal with Mark Cuban. They're the team behind the dress collar polo that sold over 1 million shirts, and now they've launched the Maverick Performance Blazer. This thing is legit, sharp, lightweight, and completely wrinkle-resistant, making it perfect for travel. Just pack it up and it comes out looking fresh. Plus, get smart features like security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So hit up my boys over at collarsandco.com. Use code Tiki for 20% off. That's at collarsandco.com.
If new windows and doors have been on your list, don't wait. Windorama's offering up to 40% off your installation project when you purchase and install with them. We're talking major savings, top quality brands, and expert installation all at once. Upgrade your home and take advantage of savings. Visit Windorama.com or stop by one of their showrooms today. Windorama, your window and door specialist since 1977.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
The Los Angeles Lakers have now won 7 straight games, and I think the credit goes to the third option on the team, LeBron James. LeBron has really taken this role behind Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves, and he's playing tremendous basketball. 30 points last night in the win over the Rockets. I still don't think the Lakers can compete with the Thunder in the Western Conference, but we have to take them more seriously now with LeBron's new role. I'm Nick Costos.
Furnished by IntelliBrands.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new patented Legsercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural, drug-free way.
Using Legsercise made walking painless again.
Legsercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
I have much less swelling and no more tingling.
Call right now and order your very own Legsercise Pro, the new proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call 800-555-1212. That's 800-555-1212. 800-555-1212 now.
These statements and products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FRESH to get an extra 35 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FRESH for a 35 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FRESH for a 35 cents per gallon bonus.
Hey everyone, Boomer here. You know, I visited River Spring Living in Riverdale, and I can tell you firsthand, there is a reason they're the nation's leader in senior care. Walking through the halls, the energy is undeniable. From life-changing technology to personalized care and compassion, I've seen the difference they make in helping older adults live better lives. So whatever your needs are today or tomorrow, River Spring Living is here for you. Experience the difference for yourself. Visit riverspringliving.org. That's riverspringliving.org.
Why does it matter to members that Aetna was named a Best Medicare Advantage company by U.S. News & World Report? Because they chose a plan that gives them real support, real people, and real care. We show up on calls with members and doctors' offices when needed. We show up with access to convenient care options and coverage that fits everyday life. We don't show up for awards. We show up for you. And showing up for you is how healthier happens together.
It's tournament time. And this March, Fanatics Sportsbook has 10 times the rewards. Starting round 1, we're giving you 10 profit boosts every single tournament game day. That means first round, second round, round of 16, all the way down to the last 4 in the national championship. 10 chances every game day to level up your winnings. But that's not all. You'll earn up to 10% fan cash back on all your bets, which you can use on anything at Fanatics. We're talking team gear, tickets, collectibles, and a whole lot more. Plus, if you're new to Fanatics Sportsbook, you can get $200 instantly in fan cash when you bet $5. It's time to shoot your shot. The tournament hits different at Fanatic Sportsbook. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. CT call 888-789-7777. MA call 800-327-5050. NY call 877-8-HOPE-NY. MD visit mdgamblinghelp.org. Offer not available in all states. Terms apply. See Fanatic Sportsbook app.
Town Fair Tire honors any valid rebates, manufacturers or competitors' rebates. Yes, even any competitors' rebates. And we give you the guaranteed lowest price. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire. Todd, the warmer weather has melted away the winter blues, and major deals are now springing up at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
You said it. Whether it's hot or cold, you need a heavy-duty truck that can reliably haul the largest of loads year-round. And during Ram Truck Month at Ramsey, we have incredible lease offerings on all new Ram trucks, including
the new 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4, leased for just $389 a month for 39 months.
Or buy and get 0% APR financing for 60 months and no monthly payments for 90 days.
Ram, America's best full-size truck with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Get yours at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
Exceptional people, exceptional deals.
Just call 833-853-2969 for details. $2,500 down plus tax, title, registration, and fees. Zero security deposit. VIN number T4152323. $1,667 per $1,000 finance for 0% APR. Deferred payment for qualified buyers who still Stellantis Financial. Interest accrues from date of purchase. Offer ends 3/31/26.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Hi, this is John Starks. At John Starks Kia, we don't play games. No gimmicks, no tricks, no hidden fees, no surprises, and no money down. See you at John Starks Kia in Queens.
The home of Yankees radio is WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
A little after 11 o'clock, a week before Mets opening day. Evan and Tiki are on the fan till 2 o'clock. We'll keep you posted with the tournament, which will tip off in about a little past an hour from now. But if you are just tuning in, we got the news that the great Howie Rose has announced that after the 2026 season, he will be retiring from the Mets broadcast booth. He'll remain with the team doing special events. And we are honored to be joined by the voice, the forever voice of the New York Mets, the great Howie Rose. Howie, first of all, congratulations and thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Evan. Thank you, Tiki. It's great to be with you.
No, it's great to be with you as well. We were talking right before you came on about how you must live for the moments. Some of them good. We played, a bad one as well. Bad Met moment. But
they played the Luis Castillo clip. It was a brilliant call, Howie.
But it was a moment. So it made me start thinking, God, Howie must love moments. It's like the boring it's okay, but the moments are what you have to live for.
Can I pick your brain on that for a moment? Because I am the worst athlete of all time. It's so hard for me to do anything athletic when I'm involved in any kind of competition. Yeah. You, though, as a former football player at the highest level, have that innate ability. So I kind of feel that I get up for those moments the same as you probably did. Can you sense a correlation there?
No, without a doubt. You kind of know it's about to happen, but you don't know it's going to happen until it does.
Right.
But you're absolutely right. I love the moments that I had in my career, just like I'm
Same
sure
here.
you love the moments that are forever in your Met calls and Ranger calls, as we heard earlier
as well.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, we live for it. I think any broadcaster who's blessed to do what I've been doing in terms of play-by-play, just looking at it through that narrow prism, would tell you the same thing. We live for the big moments, and some of us are just afforded them more frequently than others, depending on things that are out of our control. But at the same time, man, they ratchet up a level of adrenaline that you don't feel most other days.
I mentioned this at the top when this announcement was made. There's two emotions I think the Met fan's going to have. One is pure selfishness. We're going to miss you. Like, I'm sad. I'm thinking of Howie not calling back games.
Thank you.
And selfishly, I'm like, this stinks. But then obviously we're very happy for you. What went into this decision, and when did you kind of come to this big decision?
Well, I've been tossing it back and forth in my mind for the last couple of years. I'm 72 years old now, so effectively when I retire, I'll be 73. And objectively, I would sit back and say, well, isn't that enough? I mean, most people are retired at 73. What gives me pause, though, and had given me pause for a while, is that for whatever reason, this business seems to breed, whether it's insecurity or just such a deep passion for what we do, that it's more difficult to let go than it probably is for most other people in their given and chosen professions. But I got to thinking a couple of things. Number one, I am sick and tired of coming home at night because we live in Florida now. I'll be a New Yorker forever,
right,
but Florida's home now. And so when my wife is up in New York during the season, I'd come home, 11:15, whatever, on an average night. And she'd be sitting there on her computer in the kitchen or the living room because we're just renting an apartment now. We sold our place in New York. And I'd say, so what'd you do tonight? Nothing. What'd you have for dinner? A bowl of cereal. And it's like, enough. I can't do this to her anymore.
Yeah.
There were so many years where I did hockey, full seasons of hockey and baseball concurrently. And, that takes a unique amount of sacrifice from any significant other and the family. And I've just had it with seeing that. And as I get older, I don't enjoy working at night as much anymore. Look, if you could parachute me into the booth at 7:00 and parachute me home 10 minutes after the end of the game, maybe we can go a little further, but that's not the way it works. And I also, look, I've taken to saying that maybe the synapses don't fire as quickly as they once did. But as objectively as I can put it, I still think, if I've lost anything off my fastball right now, it's just a tick or two, and I know how to compensate for that. But I don't want to hang around too long to where it's evident that whatever I was, I'm not, and I just don't want to go through that. So I think the time is right.
Well, just like Sean Manaea, you got a long reach. It doesn't matter that you're only hitting 88 on the
Sean
radio.
Manaea,
he's long,
Thank
though. He's long. But it's interesting you bring that up, Howie, because you still have it. It's not like, I don't know. We don't feel the synapses not firing as fast or the cadence slowing down or the wit in real time. So when you leave the game, kind of similar to me, you have something left. Is that is that important to you?
Yes. Absolutely. Because I've seen guys hang around too long. I know what that sounds like. I know what that looks like. And it's amazing the little things that, when you get to this point, sort of drive your memory. I don't know what the context was. But when I was doing the Islanders, and I honestly don't remember what season it was, but it was a long time ago. And I don't know even what the context was. We might have been talking about an announcer somewhere else who flubbed a call, and maybe it was one who was, again, hanging around longer than he should have. And I remember my friend Chris Botta, who was the longtime PR director of the Islanders, saying to me, please promise me that won't be you. Promise me you won't stick around longer than you should. And it's crazy how that popped into my head just over the last few days.
Right.
So the bots, I guess I'm honoring you to an extent. But, the long and the short of it is that I always felt that way. Rather leave a little too early than a little too late.
We're talking to the great Howie Rose. I would not begrudge you for this. I would actually want you to do this. But is there any part of you, because I heard the passion you have about calling this team winning a World Series, and God willing, it happens in 2026, you get to call it, you're on the steps of City Hall. Is there any part of you that says, though, hey, in 27, 28, I could come back and do the playoffs?
I would never do that.
You would never do that?
I would never do that because, there will be two announcers in that booth, and if the line of succession carries through, that's going to be Keith and Pat. I would never do that to them. Once I'm out, if one of them need a break, I'm not saying goodbye forever here, I hope, so that if there's an opportunity where one of them are away for a weekend or have another baby, because these kids are breeding pretty good right now. If they need a pinch hitter for a game or a series, as long as it's in New York or Miami, then I'm good with that, because I still feel I'll have enough to get by, but I wouldn't elbow my way in there as the lead guy either. It would be akin to just making a guest appearance. I would love to do that, but without stepping on anybody's toes. When I retire, the gig then belongs to my successor or successors, and I would only be there as an ornament.
Yeah. Have you thought about what the Mets are going to do and what WFAN is going to do after you're retiring? And are guys coming to you?
Probably lock the door.
But are they coming to you for advice? I mean, we don't know who's going to. There's plenty of names to throw out there, but are your potential successors coming to you for advice?
Oh, I hope so, because one of the things I have loved over the last 10 years or so, and I got this from Marv Albert, who even unknowingly just sort of passed it along over the years with the mentoring that he did to and for me, that we have an obligation to pay it forward. And so I have so enjoyed, I guess it's been over the last 6 or 8 years, whether it was, Wayne Randazzo as a full-time guy or people who have come and gone in the booth just after, relatively brief cameos. Like, look at Jake Eisenberg, for example, who did a few games with us, and now he's one of the voices of the Kansas City Royals, and his career is going sky high. Of course, Wayne's the greatest example of all. We knew we weren't going to be able to keep him. And when he left to go to the Angels, what did the mandate become? In my mind, once we got into the selection process, and I was blessed to be part of that, was let's go find the next Wayne Randazzo. And I think we might have found 2 of them, to be honest with you.
Right.
And I'm just so, and I don't know if I have the right to be proud. I'm not their parent. I think parents have a right to be proud of their kids, right?
You are.
Well,
you take ownership of it. You feel it because you helped them get to the place where they're going. You know what I mean? So it is like a parent.
Tiki, if I've had any role at all in helping them improve, then that's one of the most flattering things anybody can say to me, because I so strongly enjoy that role. And I also am obligated, I think, to do that. And so when you start talking about what are you going to do after you're done as a regular broadcaster, when I transitioned from radio to TV, when I went to the Islanders in 1995 on Sports Channel, they had the great Marty Glickman on staff as a coach. Literally, that was his job. And I was having trouble with 1 or 2 little mechanical things on television. For example, when we'd open the broadcast and we would do what's called the scene set, I'd be with my partner, Ed Westfall. We're setting that game up. When I asked Ed a question or brought him in, I was a little confused about, what am I supposed to be doing here? Do I look at Eddie? Do I look at the camera? Am I, just kind of rolling my eyes all over but what do I do? And Marty, in one sentence, changed all of that. He said, think of the camera as the third person in a 3-way conversation. Brilliant. Presto. That did it. Right. Never had another problem with that again. And so I'd love to be able to impart some of that, whether it's wisdom or simply experience, to others. And that's a role I'd love to take on as we move along.
We're talking to the great Howie Rose, and you mentioned you've done a lot of different transitions: radio hockey, TV baseball, radio baseball. How was that adjustment going to radio from doing TV with the Mets, where now all of a sudden it's just different? Now you're painting the word picture, as Bob Murphy used to say.
Radio is so much more satisfying. And I'll tell you this, I might have said this to you before, but the first Met game I did on television was in the summer of 1995. And that's during the period when I was negotiating with the Islanders or with Sports Channel. And so they asked me if I'd fill in because I think it was Hall of Fame weekend and Ralph wasn't going to be there and Rusty wasn't going to be there. So I worked in the TV booth and did play-by-play with Fran Healy. And please don't misunderstand this. And I don't say this to be arrogant or cocky, but I'd had enough experience doing baseball on the radio then, so that when I walked out of that TV booth after doing a television game for the first time, I thought to myself, this is easy. This is like stealing, because you've got so much that's done for you.
That's right.
Basically, you learn on television, just follow the pictures. The director puts it up and you respond to that. And that's great. And I love being part of an ensemble, but I relish the opportunity to kind of steer the ship, as you get to do on radio, something that you just can't do on television. They are equally enjoyable and rewarding, but there's nothing like radio.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, and certain people are blessed with the gift of gab. And we were talking about how you at WFAN helped you become a really good broadcaster as well, because you can talk, right? Dead air
I've
doesn't
heard
bother
that to
you.
a fault.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's necessary for your job. And it's a great thing, even though some people could use it as a mocking thing. I think it's a great thing to be able to have a conversation. And that's essentially what you do in radio, even when you're doing play-by-play.
Well, thanks, Tiki. But I'll tell you what, it was a little bit of a curse at first, because coming from a talk show background and morphing into a full-time play-by-play career, I had to learn to edit myself. I was told quite often early on that it's okay to use 100 words rather than 1,000 to say the same thing. And so between that and, as you guys know, the need when you're doing a talk show, not only to be personable, but opinionated.
Yeah.
You can't be a wet blanket on when you're doing a talk show. You've got to have opinions, and you've got to be able to share them and be a little compelling and even controversial if necessary. That does not always mesh with what you have to do as a play-by-play announcer. And it took me a couple of years to kind of shake off my talk show sensibilities and just stay on the track that a play-by-play announcer needs to travel on.
I'm curious how much this means to you, if you remember it that well, because my dad told me he found an audio cassette he had taped of you interviewing Tom Seaver the night he was inducted into the Hall of Fame, or I think it was when it was announced he was getting into the Hall of Fame.
Right.
So he, as a listener, loved it. He found the tape. He's like, this is great. Do you remember that? Do you remember details of that?
It was one of my two most memorable nights on the air doing a talk show at FAN, because... And it's so complicated for me now when I think about Tom, because like so many others, he was my idol when I was a teenager. I mean, he broke in when I was 13, and I don't have to explain what Tom Seaver meant to the Mets and Mets fans. So, he was a hero to me in the baseball vernacular. And then I got to work with him later on as a colleague, and through that became what I would consider a friend. That just kind of sort of blew me away. But I wasn't at that point yet when Tom retired and ultimately was elected to the Hall of Fame. I believe he went in what, 92?
92, yes.
92. So he was elected with the biggest mandate in Hall of Fame history, 98.8% of the vote. And he agreed to come on with me the next night on WFAN. Now, it was only going to be for a half hour. And my awareness of Tom was that if he said a half hour, you're talking 30 minutes and then vamoose.
Right.
And so towards the end of that half hour, we played a compilation of his highlights over the music bed of Rod Stewart's Forever Young. It was brilliantly put together by Dove Kramer and Eric Spitz, if I remember right. And if I'm leaving anybody out of that production, I apologize. But my immediate reaction or memory is that Spitzy and Dove were the brains behind that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it was pretty emotional. And so when we came out of that, I was basically saying goodnight to Tom. He stayed on for another half hour.
Wow.
And it wasn't as though I had to ask. It was just sort of the stream of consciousness that he went into that allowed that night to continue twice as long as I budgeted. And we had a lot of other guests that night, former teammates of his and such. And it was just such a remarkable night for me, never mind as a broadcaster, but as a fan. That was one. And the night that sadly Billy Martin passed away was obviously quite a spontaneous gathering of guests and information. And, on a night like that, I saw the power of WFAN. Right. And, Eric Spitz did such a great job producing that night, coming up with guests and people who actually were and I think Spitzy might have told Whitey Ford and Lou Piniella on the phone that Billy had passed. I mean, it's just unbelievable in terms of the emotions. And that night just, reinforced how important WFAN was and is.
No, it is. It's a way for fans and even as commentators and broadcasters, ways to pay tribute to things that are important in real time. But you also gave a lesson about Tom Seaver. Stroke their ego, they stay for a lot longer, right? You make them feel good. They're going to stay and keep talking to you.
I learned a little from that, right?
It's not a bad lesson.
Know when and to whom to suck up.
That's right. Now, speaking of this current Met team, as you gave your announcement earlier today, is about an hour and a half ago. You can rewind on the Odyssey app if you missed it. You kind of put some pressure on the Mets. Go win a championship so I can call it. It's my dream. Give me my dream before. Do you believe that this Met team has what it takes?
Yeah, in fact, after it became public, Mendy texted me and said, "We're going to win it all this year." So I said, "I hope I didn't betray a confidence there, but I thought it was so cool that he said that because I told him nothing would make me happier. I've been hanging on for that, but I can't hang on much longer.
Yeah.
And that's why I say, when I step away, it's somebody else's gig, not mine. So." There's a lot of pressure here. I felt that pressure in a different context once before. In '94, when the Rangers had their Stanley Cup run. And I'm sorry if I'm drifting into a stream of consciousness, of consciousness of my own here.
Sean just perked up that '94 Rangers run.
Exactly. Well, back then, my job with the Rangers was technically as Marv's backup. And Marv did, just 20, 25 games during the regular season, but he was going to be available to do games 5 and 7 of the final against Vancouver. But he insisted, and I'll always be grateful to him for that. It was just an incredibly kind gesture because he didn't have to do it. But he insisted that I do play-by-play in the second period of games 5 and as it evolved, game 7. Game 6 in Vancouver, that was all mine. And that was my shot to make that call that I had dreamt of since I was 12 years old, And I was an absolute nut that whole day in the hotel in Vancouver. I mean, I was bouncing off the walls. I'd go work out in the gym on the treadmill, and I think I almost ran through the treadmill. And so I can't even imagine what nervous energy I would have if that opportunity would evolve this year. In however many games it took, wherever and against whomever.
Right. Speaking of 1994, and I said this earlier to Tiki, I think that there are 2 calls in the history of New York sports that are on its own mountain. The Bobby Thompson, Giants win the pennant, and obviously Mateau. What do you, were you conscious as it was happening? Is it one of those moments that you think back on and it's like, I don't know what was going on because it was so amazing and it's not something you can plan, obviously, because who knows how that game was going to end, especially with the way the Devils tied it with 7 seconds to go.
Right.
Take us through.
I thought I knew how it would end. I thought I knew how it would end because after Zelepukin scored that goal, I'll tell you a quick story real quickly. I told Neil Smith, because I'd been friends with him for 15 years before he got the Ranger job, and he'd joke about it then, but I told him, and I used to tell Sal Messina that for whatever reason, I don't know why, whether it was burning the mortgage in the Stanley Cup or driving the New York Americans out of Madison Square Garden, this team is cursed. They're jinxed. I don't know why. They're never going to win, right? So now but here's the most important part. I never, ever, ever said that on the air. I didn't feel that belonged on the air. Right. That was just between me and others. And so when Zelepukin scored that goal, they played the final 7.7 seconds. We throw to break. I take my headset off and I slam it down. If that was Madge's headset, he would have killed me right then and there. Right. Because I took it off and flung it onto the table. And I looked at Sal, and I mean, there was rage in my eyes.
I can imagine.
I looked at Sal and I said, Now tell me that this bleeping team isn't cursed. And for the first time in Sal's life, at least as long as I'd known him, he was rendered speechless. He just looked at me and went, like that. Well, now, and I'm just thinking that whole first intermission, just get it over with quickly. I've taken enough daggers with this team over the years. Just don't draw this out. We know the Devils are going to just get it over with, all right? Just get it done. Well, they go through the first overtime, and now stupid me, I'm getting optimistic again. All right, one turnover, one play, one break. And then Matteau scores the goal, and I go berserk. And yes, in the moment, I realized the enormity of that moment. I don't know what the hell I was saying, to be honest with you, because I've been trying to subjugate those emotions as best I could while the game was going on, but all hell broke loose,
right?
Verbally and in the stands when Steph scored the goal. And so now Sal takes over, and he's starting to run everything back and look at the replay and blah, blah, blah. And in the middle of nothing, in the middle of him talking, he just looks at me and says, "There's your jinx for you, Rose." And I'm thinking, well, I know what that means, but nobody listening does. Right. But it was one of those moments where you're having an out-of-body experience.
Right.
That's what it was. It was an out-of-body experience.
When's the last time you've heard that call?
I couldn't point it back to the day, but every week or two, somehow it pops up somewhere on social media where I'm linked to it, and I suspect it might pop up once or twice today somewhere.
Yeah, we've already played. It's going to pop up.
Is that a segue?
It's going to pop up right now.
Oh, there you go. Plays it cross ice into the far corner. Matteau swoops in to intercept. Matteau behind the net. Swings it in front. He scores! Matteau! 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 Stefan Matteau! And the Rangers have one more hill to climb, baby! But it's Mount Vancouver! The Rangers are headed to the final!
And there's so much to that. One, the way you said score was just unreal. And then obviously the Matteau, but the Mount Vancouver.
Yeah.
That, I mean.
There's a little story behind. Well, there's a little story behind that, naturally.
Hey, that's why we have you on. Howie.
Thank you. As the third period was into its last minute and they're winning 1-0, I said, okay, in my mind, I said, let me figure out how I want to do this. I wasn't going to come up with try to craft something poetic. I just wanted to say something succinct as the buzzer sounded, and then let the crowd carry it just for a few seconds, because on radio, you don't have the luxury of letting that go on too long without providing context. So my plan was just to say, as the clock wound down to 3, 2, 1, all I was going to say is, and now there's one more hill to climb. Buzzer, crowd, then go back to talking. Well, Mr. Zalapukin ruined all of that. And so now my mind, as I was delivering that, flashed back to a game the Rangers had played in Vancouver that March, almost 3 months earlier. And that game, by the way, turned into a Donnybrook. It was great. Mike Keenan and Pat Quinn almost got into a fight behind the benches. All craziness happened in that game. But along the way, I remembered that we were on the bus going to practice the day before. Vancouver is so beautiful anyway, that I was just admiring all the sights. And I don't know why I swore that somebody was telling me, or I noticed a sign that said Mount Vancouver. I swore there was a Mount Vancouver. And then that popped into my head in the middle of all that post-goal hysteria. And I got people telling me, how'd you make that up? There's no Mount Vancouver. I said, what do you mean? What do you mean there's no Mount Vancouver? And I think somebody actually found it somewhere that there is a Mount Vancouver. Might be in China for all I know. But I swear there's a Mount Vancouver somewhere.
Well, the metaphor was all that mattered. It didn't matter that there was no Mount Vancouver. It was the fact that they were climbing the next mountain, which was in Vancouver.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
And they certainly did. So golf, is that what you're going to do with a lot of your spare time, Howie?
Well, if my club survived being thrown in the lakes at some point, I just... It is what it is. As I said to Tiki before, I don't have any natural ability whatsoever, so it's hard for me to make progress. I've made very slow progress. Break 100, I'm happy. Play in the 90s. I'm trying to get under 90. And if I ever develop a short game, maybe. So, instead of being miserable 6 months a year. Now I'll be miserable all year. Golf is the cure for a good mood.
Right.
When you play at my level.
That's well said.
Well, let us hope that there's no miserableness throughout April into deep October, and they get to send you out with a championship. Howie, we appreciate you coming on, and congratulations on retirement.
Most certainly. We will cherish this season with you making the calls for the Mets. Thank you, Howie.
I appreciate you both. Thank you, and thanks for this opportunity.
I'm sorry, I have one last question. I apologize.
Sure.
We were arguing about geography before. Sean was claiming that Queens and Brooklyn are part of Long Island. To which I said, no, they're not. Like, geographically, sure, it's technically part of the island, but Long Island is Long Island, and Queens is Queens. And we all agreed that you could break the tie on this. So what is it?
Queens and Brooklyn are not considered part of Long Island, whether topographically they might be. And I remember we had this discussion when the Islanders went to Barclays Center in Brooklyn for those few miserable seasons. They tried to sell it as, well, it's still Long Island. We're going to be in Brooklyn. No, it's not. It's Brooklyn and Queens. And Brooklyn and Queens, you're too young to remember this, Evan. You grew up on Long Island anyway, so it wouldn't have been an issue. But there used to be a Brooklyn Queens Day where we get off from school one day. And I believe it was on Brooklyn Queens Day when my friend and I were at Shea Stadium the day that they filmed the clip from the movie The Odd Couple, where they had Bill Mazeroski hit into the triple play. That scene was filmed at Shea, I believe, on Brooklyn Queens Day in 1967. Or else we just cut school and said, the hell with it. We're going, we're going to the game anyway, which is possible.
Very much. Howie, we appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Howie.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
The great Howie Rose, if you're just tuning in, he has announced that the 2026 Mets season and baseball season will be his final year calling games. He'll still be a part of the Met family, all the ceremonies that take place, the Mets Hall of Fame, retirement of numbers. Howie will still be involved, but final season calling New York Mets baseball in 2026. And I never go into a season thinking my team's going to win a championship. I never have, never once. Maybe 2026 feels different. Wow. Maybe this is the year.
Well, Mendy pulled a Namath, apparently.
That's right. That's right, he did.
Everybody's on notice now.
We'll come back. We'll get to your phone calls, 888-808-1019. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Are you an ambitious New York business? Well, Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for you to become an Amazon Hub partner. Here's how it works. You and your staff deliver packages to customers in your area when it's convenient for you. And with each package delivered, your business gets paid. There are no startup costs, no long-term contracts, and no delivery experience required to become an Amazon Hub partner. Amazon Hub Delivery is making it easy to earn extra money, but you also are going to get tons of exposure for delivering packages in your neighborhood. Sign up and learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
This portion of the program is sponsored by your local Mazda dealer. It's also sponsored by Kalshi. Trade on anything. March matchups are here, and now you can trade the tournament in all 50 states with Kalshi. On Kalshi, you are trading against peers in a live market. As the odds move, you can buy in and out of your position all tournament long. Download the Kalshi app today and bet 10. Use code FAN to get $10 when you trade 10. KALSHI Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Make the smart choice, the Mazda CX-5. With standard all-wheel drive, advanced safety, and effortless handling, there's more to a Mazda than meets the eye. Drive a Mazda CX-5 and elevate your journey wherever the road takes you. Visit your local Mazda dealer or MazdaUSA.com.
Hey, this is Tiki Barber. Those of us living in New Jersey got hit with a 20% electric rate increase. If your current heating system is over 15 years old, it's time for a new high-efficiency Carrier system. And there's only one company to call for a new one. My friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's heating experts for over 38 years. Older heating systems waste gas. So get your system checked now and save money with Edison Heating and Cooling. Contact them now at EdisonHVAC.com. That's EdisonHVAC.com. Hey, did you know Verizon Home Internet covers more homes with faster speeds across the country than any other provider? Now you can get award-winning Fios Internet for just $20 a month for 3 years. Switch today and enjoy savings you can count on. Verizon Home Internet consists of
Fios and 5G Home. Availability varies. Comparison based on FCC BDS data of home internet providers with download speeds over 50 megabytes per second, June 2025. Limited time offer for eligible new customers. Fios $20 per month plan with auto pay, mobile phone plan, mobile plus home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee. Applies only to the then current base monthly rate for Fios. Additional terms may apply.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This month, you'll be feeling March magic when you win your share of $50,000 cash during our Rainbow Riches drawing. Be here every Wednesday in March from 2 to 7 p.m. Each hour, one lucky guest is drawn to win up to $5,000 cash. Earn entry starting at 12:30 p.m. Come chase the rainbow every Wednesday in March, where Long Island wins at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
It's March savings time at Nielsen Dodge. It's also tax return time, and we have a great money-saving idea. Show us what your tax return is, and we'll double it up to $1,500.
You can count on 0 down payment, super low lease payments, 0% financing is available.
Lease a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitude X 4x4, just $198 a month.
Match your tax return up to $1,500 on any new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram.
Hundreds of vehicles in stock with big savings off MSRP. And of course, we always give you the credit help you need.
Find out what your tax return is before April 15th, and we'll double it up to $1,500. Max your tax only at Nielsen Dodge for a limited time.
On Route 10 in East Hanover, or shop online at nielsendodge.com.
Sun is in the driver's seat. Declaration of Deal Sales Event.
With approval, term 27 months, due at sign $51.98, add tax tag $498 and DMV fees. For tax refund info, see dealer for detail.
Accident victims, this is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. What do you think matters most when you have to hire the right lawyer? Experience? Well, I've been doing this for 35 years, and I've handled tens of thousands of cases and recovered hundreds of millions of dollars for people just like you. To me, what matters most is that I actually care. I'm going to make sure you have a say in what happens with your case. You, me, and our entire team of over 50 trained professionals are going to fight together to get you every dollar you deserve. Because for me, it's personal. Your pain has a price, and we're going to make sure the insurance company pays. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey, and we'll come to you 24/7. So give me a call today at 888-24-LAW-24. That's 888-24-LAW-24, and ask for me, John D'Agostino. I've been there, and I'll be there for you. D'Agostino, Law, Bite Back.
Too many tools, too much stress, and way too many bills.
Odoo replaces it all. One connected platform for every part of your business, so you can work faster, smarter, and for less. Odoo, the only software you'll ever need. Try it free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Looking for the perfect wedding band or ready to add something new to your collection? The London Jewelers annual wedding band event is happening March 26th through the 29th. For 4 days only, receive 20% off all wedding bands, including the beautifully crafted 2 by London collection, offering timeless styles for every style and budget. Schedule your appointment at londonjewelers.com and visit any one of their 6 locations: the Americana Manhasset, Wheatley Plaza, Glen Cove, East Hampton, Southampton, or the mall at Short Hills. Brand exclusions may apply. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of love. All new Dunkin' Zero, only 20 calories. Zero sugar, the all new revitalizing energy drink made with B vitamins, so you can actually feel good about it. Struggling to make it through the afternoon, wishing every meeting was an email? Sounds like it's time for Dunkin' Zero. It's the perfect pick-me-up without the spiral, and it comes in 6 delicious flavors like Suncest and Glamberry. Dunkin' Zero, only at Dunkin'. Dunkin' Zero drinks contain caffeine from caffeine and guarana. Beverages are fruit-flavored, contain 0% fruit juice, participate Information may vary. Limited time offer. Take the guesswork out of cooking, folks. The Chef IQ Sense is a must-have wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates under or over cooking chicken, fish, or steak. Order the newly released 3rd generation Chef IQ Sense at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
The pros know nobody beats FW Web. With extensive inventory, personalized service, and a fleet of trucks across the Northeast, FW Web supports all customers, from one-van contractors to large facility operators. For planned projects, emergency jobs, or maintenance, FW Web has what you need, when and where you need it. For plumbing, heating, HVAC, refrigeration, propane gas, and PVF jobs. With over 100 locations, visit FWWeb.com to find one near you.
When it comes to getting the guaranteed lowest price on Toyo tires, there's only one place to go, Town Fair Tire. And when it comes to getting more free services for life than anywhere else on Toyo tires, there's only one place to go, Town Fair Tire. So when you're in the market for a new set of Toyo tires, there's only one place to go, because nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Absolutely nobody.
Name brands at discount prices, Town Fair Tire.
At Paramus Chevrolet, we understand that a car is more than 4 wheels. It's an extension of who you are. Hey, it's Mike Tandarella, General Manager of Paramus Chevrolet. Because everyone has unique taste, we stock a large variety of certified pre-owned automobiles. So you're sure to find something you absolutely love. And it gets better. Enjoy our exclusive Paramus Chevrolet VIP Plus program. A lifetime of complimentary oil changes, courtesy shuttles, and loaner car availability. Visit us in person or online at ParamusChevrolet.com.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. Some breaking news in the AL East. Trey Savage, the young Blue Jays phenom starter. He will begin the season on the IL. He has a right shoulder impingement. No word on when he will return. This Fan Focus was sponsored by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Yeah, so that's bad news for Trey Savage. Hopefully it's not serious, and it's worse news for me in the fantasy league we run because Pete Bellotti, who I dearly love, kept Trey Savage, and now he's not going to want to keep him, and now I'm going to deal with 500 text messages.
Why?
I don't want to keep him anymore. I don't want to keep him. I don't want to keep him.
He can be a NA keeper.
No, well, I don't think he's a rookie anymore. Actually, no, you're right. He is a rookie. He is NA. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know how it works with.
So he had to be a rookie because he came up after Nolan McClain.
No, you're right. You're right. It's based on service time, innings pitched, or plate appearances. But yes, Trey Savage is a rookie. Hopefully he's okay, but obviously an injury blow for the Toronto Blue Jays. We'll get to the Yankees coming up at 12, including the oddest thing that Yankee fans are whining about. It is so strange to me. We will address it coming up at 12 noon. But I do want to play, before we get back to your phone calls, a lot of Howie Rose today, obviously. Show began with the announcement that the great Howie Rose, longtime member of this radio station, obviously he's been broadcasting the Mets now for 1,000,000 years, great history with the Rangers and the Islanders. He is going to be retiring at the end of this upcoming season. So we have played some of Howie Rose's greatest moments. I want to play two for you right here. One is a deep cut, and the other is my personal favorite Howie Rose call of all time.
Okay.
Which one you want to hear first? The deep cut?
Let's hear the deep cut.
All right, this is 1998. Mike Piazza's a Met. He's been a Met for a few months. He's put up good numbers, but he hasn't had his moment yet. This was on television, so this is Howie doing TV for Fox Sports New York, and Mike Piazza came to the plate trailing in the ninth inning against Hall of Famer Billy Wagner.
2-2 to Piazza. Wagner deals. And a high fly ball, deep right center. This ball is here. How do you like that? Mike Piazza gives the Mets the lead.
This is unbelievable.
3-2 New York.
What a battle, Piazza and Wagner, and another late inning home run. What a series here in Houston.
I mean, Fran kind of jumped on his call.
Yeah, that's the challenge.
That's the negative, but
that's the hard part for as an analyst is when do I go? When can I get in?
Well,
and not ruin this thing.
Fran didn't care much about that.
Yeah, true.
He jumped in.
I'm just saying in general.
Yes.
As someone who's done that job as an analyst, it's hard.
That was another one of those moments that Howie captured because it was September. We're in a pennant race. Here's Piazza, Billy Wagner. And what I love about that is you can hear the Met dugout celebrating in the clip.
That's funny, yeah.
That's how quiet the Astrodome became after the Mike home run. And then the other one, this is my all-time favorite call. I was talking to you about it earlier. Mets-Dodgers, Game 5, 2015. It's this incredibly just, like, agita-filled game. DeGrom's putting guys on base every inning. He's fighting out of it. They take the lead. Jeurys Familia trying to get a 6-out save. He survives this scare where Chase Utley hits one of the warning track. And here was the final out that sent the New York Mets, kind of in stunning fashion, to a series victory over the Dodgers and on to the NLCS.
Drops the ball! And the score
my bad. Hold on. My bad.
Sean!
My bad.
That's the second time
Right.
you've given us a he dropped the ball.
All right, hold on.
Are
This
you
one.
screwing with me?
Familia, one strike away.
Thank you.
You could hear the nervous murmur from the crowd and hear the heartbeats of Mets fans 3,000 miles away. The 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike three, put it in the books. The New York Mets are going to the National League Championship Series. Familia jumped on by Travis d'Arnaud. The Mets pour out of the dugout, pour out of the bullpen. They're mobbing each other at the pitcher's mound. The New York Mets have defeated the Dodgers in 5 games of the division series. They win Game 5 3-2. Jacob deGrom, every bit the bulldog that Orel Hershiser was all those years ago. And Daniel Murphy has the game of his life with probably the most famous stolen base in Mets history, the catalytic agent, and later Murphy hit what proved to be the game-winning home run. The Mets and the Cubs in the National League Championship Series beginning on Saturday night at Citi Field. And get ready for a long narrative about 1969.
I think the best part of that call was before the call happened. The heartbeats 3,000 miles away.
Yeah.
Because that perfectly, again, exemplified how we were feeling.
I had to look it up after he said that.
What?
It's 2,500 miles away.
You're really doing that? You're really doing that?
Yes.
I'll tell you something else, Howie
That
did.
might be just as the crow flies, though. Not that a crow could fly that far, but you know what I mean.
I think I do. And also, before the break, when we spoke to Howie, and if you missed the interview, you could rewind it between 11 and 11:30 on the Odyssey app. He did confirm what I tried to tell Tiki and the fake Long Islander Sean Morash, which is that Brooklyn and Queens are not a part of Long Island. And now those are the words from Queens native Howie Rose. So you could apologize anytime you want. We all agreed that we would let Howie decide that debate. So do not give me this. It's rigged. Stop the count. Don't give me that crap. I win. You lose.
I'll let Howie have his day.
I'll let Howie have his day. Should I tell him, Teak, what has been uncovered about Sean Morash?
Oh, no.
Or should I wait till Tuesday's Posted and Toasted?
I would wait for Tuesday.
Okay.
Wait for next Tuesday.
I'll just say wait till Posted and Toasted. Sean's going to have a lot of fun next Tuesday. A lot of explaining to do.
Can't do that to him on Howie's Day.
Nah, I won't do that on Howie's Day. I'll just leave it at that.
2,800 miles as the roads go.
All right, so it's basically 3,000 miles.
Yeah, of course. You round up from, 2,500 and you don't round up.
Here's something else.
2,700 and 92 miles as if you drove right now, you round up.
Let's get to your calls, 888-808-1019. Frank's in New Haven. Hey, Frank.
Hey, fellas. How you doing?
What's
Big
up,
fan.
dude?
Appreciate it. What's up?
Tiki, love you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, Evan, let me paint the picture for you. It's the last home game of the season, right? Regular season. The Mets are playing a video tribute to Howie.
Yeah.
The entire team is there to show their respect. They play a clip of Alonso homer off of Devin Williams and Howie's call. The very fragile Devin Williams sees that replay, and thus an epic postseason meltdown ensues.
Oh, man.
Let's go Yankees. I'll hang up and I won't listen.
Yeah, you sound
I'll
like...
hang up and I won't listen.
But he sounds,
You're a liar.
He sounds like Howie in 94. Rangers Devils. That's what he sounds like.
Well, but that's a Yankee fan trolling, so it's
I
not.
know.
Howie was a Ranger fan bemoaning. That's a very big difference. Yeah, this has been brought up a lot, Frank.
I couldn't tell, honestly.
What?
Whether he was a Yankee fan or a Mets fan.
He ended it by saying, "Let's go Yankees."
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Did you miss that last
I did.
part?
I did.
Let's go Yankees.
Look, the Devin Williams, Pete Alonso, Howie Rose connection is very odd. I mean, I'm going to admit that. Like, one of Howie's greatest calls is the Alonso home run. which I don't think we've played yet today. We have played many calls over the first hour, 48 minutes of the show. We played the Johan no-hitter call. We played Mato twice. We just played 2 classic calls beating the Dodgers, beating the Astros in a regular season game. But you could argue, especially for this generation, that Alonso call is the greatest call he's ever made. And by the way, this is your cue to get it ready, Sean. The fact that on the wrong end of it is the newest Met closer, I admit there's like a weird oddity to it.
Yeah.
But I have to hope that if Devin Williams is going to succeed here, he would not let a random highlight played on the jumbo vision affect him.
I mean, it is kind of...
It's a horrible moment for him.
It is just a blatantly horrible moment for him.
Well,
it really is. Because when you think about where the Brewers were.
Yeah, well, that was an awful loss for the Brewers and for him.
Yes.
Let's hear the Howie call and just hear how much he actually mentions Devin Williams' name and see if Devin is standing there, how he would feel about hearing this.
Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball to right field. Pretty well hit. Frelick back at the wall. He jumps. It's gone. He did it. He did it. Pete Alonso with the most memorable home run of his career. Pumps his fist as he rounds second. It's a 3-run homer. He's given the Mets a 3-2 lead. They all pour out of the dugout. Alonso on his way to home plate. They're waiting for him. He hits the plate. He is first congratulated by Nimmo, hugged by Lindor. There are a dozen Mets waiting for him outside the dugout. Pete Alonso keeps this fairy tale season going with the fairy tale swing of his career.
Zero mention of Devin Williams.
And remember,
because I cut it off.
and they edited out Devin Williams from the Alonso goodbye video. They could take care of this on the Jumbotron.
That's right.
And I already did. Because in this audio clip,
it's after.
Yeah. At first, he's like, all right, the pitch by Devin Williams. I cut it out. I cut it right to the very beginning. We don't need that part. It's unnecessary.
No biggie.
It's a no biggie situation. So, see, we solved all of it. There's nothing to worry about. But that was, you just heard it again. That's an all-time call. And it sucks, even though I understand it, and I don't want to bemoan this. It sucks that Pete isn't here. It just does, because it is an iconic moment. It's a big part of Howie's career. Jeff in Oceanside. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, guys. Good morning. How you guys doing today?
Good, man.
All's good.
What's up?
All good, man. So 2 things real quick. Howie Rose. Love Howie Rose. Been listening to him the whole 40 years plus. Good for him on his retirement. And hopefully he can get a mic on top of Citi Field like Murphy and kind of do.
Oh, I think that's a no-brainer. And I would almost expect it. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen on opening day or if that's going to happen when the regular season ends or if that's something you wait for since Howie's going to be around doing other things with the team. But that's a no-brainer. Gary Kona, too, when he decides to hang it up. Those are icons, and they're already in the Mets Hall of Fame. So they're certainly on their way. Al's in Queens. Hey, Al.
Hey, nice talking to you, Evan. I'm driving to Kitty Hawk now. Tiki, I just want to let you know that it was a pleasure following you throughout your career.
Thank you,
Giants
man.
fan.
I appreciate that, Al.
I just want to let you know that I got to speak to Howie back in January 1988. I was the last general manager of the Negro Leagues in Indianapolis Clowns, and I was calling to promote the Clowns and looking for a head clown for the season. And so I started to talk, and I started to go on, promoted the team. I tried to get a lot of information in, and I went past the 2020, but Howie never cut me off. So I kept talking, and then finally, I said goodbye, but I was taping the call in another room. So I went to see exactly what was said after my call was over. I don't know who was behind the glass, but he said, you do know that he went past the 2020. And Howie said, well, what was I going to do? Cut him off? and I heard that. I thought it was like the funniest thing.
That's interesting. That is funny. That shows the kind of generous man Howie was. He's like, I'm not going to cut him off. Let him finish his point.
Right.
Unfortunately, we're not as good as that because we will cut you off.
Right. Indianapolis Clowns, for just for information. I didn't know this. They were the original Globetrotters of baseball. They've been reinvigorated and play and compete in the Savannah Bananas League.
Oh, they're in this. I was about to say the Savannah Bananas are the Globetrotters of baseball.
Right.
So they're involved. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Look, I'm going to go into the archives over the next few days and weeks in ways to honor Howie. He was a great talk show host here. We spent a lot of time talking about the Mets and the Rangers and the Islanders, but he was here. And he took calls from a man named Joe in Saddle River, as you may recall. You don't know who that is, do you, Tiki?
That's Joe Beningo.
That's Joe Beningo.
That's how Joe got his job here.
That's right. He was a caller. So Howie was a great part of this station's history, and it is my mission to find legendary clips to honor him over the next few weeks. We'll get back to your calls coming up, 888-808-1019. The Mets are creating or recreating the famous 999 challenge from a year ago. We'll get to that, but when we come back, Yankee fans are complaining about something they have absolutely no business complaining about. We'll address it and find out if Sean is one of them coming up. 888-808-1019. It is tournament time, and this March, Fanatics Sportsbook has 10 times the rewards starting round 1. Today, they're giving you 10 profit boosts every single tournament game day. That means first round, second round, round of 16, all the way down to the last 4 in the national championship. 10 chances every game day to level up your winnings, but that's not all. Your bet earns you up to 10% fan cash back when you can use on anything in the Fanatics universe. We're talking team gear, tickets, collectibles, and a whole lot more. Plus, if you're new to Fanatics Sportsbook, you can get up to $1,000 bet match and fan cash for your first 10 days. It's time to shoot your shot. The tournament hits different with Fanatics Sportsbook. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York residents call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Connecticut residents call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
The 1 seed in the NCAA tournament, I think, has the least chance of making the Final Four, the reigning defending national champion, Florida Gators. Florida has issues with its backcourt. We saw that last week, got blown out by Vanderbilt in the SEC tournament. Florida might have to see Vandy in the Sweet 16, and even if Florida wins that game, awaiting them in the Elite Eight would be Illinois or Houston. I think Florida gets bounced before Indianapolis. I'm Nick Costos.
Furnished by IntelliBrands. Whether because of discomfort, lack of mobility, your lifestyle, or occupation, you sit inactively way too many hours a day. Get an Ellipse, the premium quality automatic seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation without physical strain or impact. Improve your flexibility and balance. Strengthen and tone your legs.
My joints feel better, my knees feel better, my back feels better, and it makes me feel stronger too.
My circulation is moving. I'm burning calories, and it makes me feel energetic.
It's so quiet that none of my coworkers even know I'm using it.
Call now and order Ellipse, the seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation. And for a limited time, get a free upgrade to our deluxe bundle with a faster motor, sport mat, and wireless remote. Call 800-555-1212. That's 800-555-1212. 800-555-1212 now. These statements and products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
We asked parents to share their journey of adopting teens.
They changed who I am because I can't see life without them in it.
Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast.
Pump up the volume.
When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Mostly cloudy, high 42.
Weather brought to you by Staples. From posters and presentations to labels and loyalty cards, Staples has all the print to boost your brand. Shop now in-store and online. Staples. That was easy.
FanDuel is offering an early win on your pre-live moneyline bets for college basketball when your team goes up 10 points and it stays a win no matter how the game ends. Did you get that? Win or lose. If your team takes a lead 10 or more points, and it's a win for you. And don't forget, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. Just visit FanDuel.com/New York to get started. That's FanDuel.com/New York. Bet the bracket with FanDuel now. We just love the app around here. It's safe and secure. When you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook has the betting markets you want for the tournament. And for all sports. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and over and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Tokens are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including token expiration. Market requirements and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with the gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY. Text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Operating engineers Local 825 are the men and women who make our region move. So whether it's roads, bridges, or our favorite team stadium, they build and maintain the critical transportation, water, and energy infrastructure we rely on. That's why their advocacy organization, ELEC, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, fights for those priorities every day. That's ELEC, representing the signatory contractors and the hardworking men and women who build both New York and New Jersey.
At NYU Langone Health, we know there really is no place like home. That's why we get our surgery patients home faster and have fewer readmissions than any other health system. That means once you're home, you won't need to go back for the same procedure. Instead, you can get back to the things you love. And the next time you need something else, we're here. Better health starts with a better health system. Learn more at nyulangonehealth.org.
I'm Tyler Kolek, and I got my Lincoln right here at Lincoln of Queens. Smooth ride, no hassle. They even delivered it right to my door. When it's time to save, it's time to go to Lincoln of Queens. It's the Lincoln Spring Sales Event, where you can lease a Lincoln Corsair for only $366 a month.
36-month lease requires $48.20 due at signing. Excludes tax, title, and MV fees. See dealer for details. Expires March 31st.
Lincoln of Queens, where Queens goes. Go New York, go New York, go.
The Rutgers men's basketball team is back in action this winter at Jersey Mike's Arena. Join the fun and don't miss the excitement on the court as head coach Steve Peichel and the Scarlet Knights take on some of the top teams in the Big Ten Conference. Limited tickets are still available to come cheer on your Scarlet Knights. For more information or to purchase Rutgers men's basketball tickets, visit scarletknights.com. That's scarletknights.com. And go RU.
Looking for the best value on new tires? Get to Town Fair Tire. We honor every valid manufacturer's and competitor rebates and give you the guaranteed lowest price. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
There is something special about sharing a pint of Guinness as you cheer on your team, surrounded by your people. So raise your glass, say sláinte, and take that first sip. It's a lovely day for Guinness. Guinness Draft Stout, Diageo Beer Company, USA, New York, New York. Please drink responsibly.
Life can change suddenly without any warning whatsoever. When you're sidelined due to a debilitating personal injury, it's crucial to have a trusted team on your side. The Rothenberg Law Firm has over 50 years of spectacular courtroom experience, ensuring that you're not facing those obstacles alone. Winning and collecting billions for our clients, we are committed to helping you recover whatever you deserve. The Rothenberg Law Firm, 1-800-624-8888.
Be lawyer for injured ones, injurylawyer.com.
New Game Plus with Oxy makes your laundry smell incredible and fights stubborn smells, like the ones your dog Biscuit brought into your freshly made bed last night. But you wash that all away with Game. And now you're drifting asleep to the scent and sound of waves. Ah, no, that's the dog licking your ear.
Biscuit.
It just might be our greatest scent ever. Now with odor-fighting power. New Game Plus with Oxy.
Sniff the difference. Game.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
We're talking New York sports. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Tournament begins in the next 15 minutes. We will keep you posted throughout the day, including the Carton Show coming up at 2 o'clock. We got some football to get to as well, and Sean's got his Cinco de Luncho. But I shouldn't say I'm stunned, Tiki, but I was very surprised by the unhinged criticism that took place yesterday involving the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. And so I was just being an innocent guy listening to my favorite radio station, WFAN, and Craig was just brilliantly poking Big Mac all day long about Judge not being clutch. And all of a sudden, Big Mac brought my attention to something. He said, yeah, I'm more pissed off about the Red Sox player who bunted on Garrett Cole than I am Judge. Suck it! So immediately I shut the show off, not for any bad reason, but because I needed to see what the hell he was talking about.
Yes.
So I immediately go to my MLB app, I start the game right from the beginning, and I watch Yankees-Red Sox, and I watch this fellow by the name of Braden Ward. He's kind of like a quadruple A player, 27-year-old outfielder, was formerly in the Rockies organization. He's in the Red Sox organization. Guy steals a ton of bases. Like, he actually just set the record for stolen bases in spring training. I'm not even kidding you.
Wow.
18 of them, okay?
18?
18 of them. Braden Ward.
How many games has he played?
Probably less than that.
I was going to say.
So the point is, this guy's a burner.
Yes.
So I turn the game on, and Big Mac's right. Braden Ward laid down a bunt against Garrett Cole to start the game.
And it wasn't even a great bunt, really?
Right.
Because he bunted it up in the air to first. Right. I mean, it could have been caught easily.
Could have been. And he beat it out. Got a base hit.
Right.
And I'm thinking to myself, well, Big Mac's just wacky, and he's trying to get Craig off the scent that he's damaged by Aaron Judge's failure.
Welcome to hell!
But then I went on social media, and Yankee fans are legitimately whining and complaining about this kid who literally is trying to shock the world and make the team because he's a quadruple A player.
Yeah.
They're saying it was unethical for him to bunt against Garrett Cole because it's his first game back from Tommy John.
You're a whiny bitch.
What? So what does that have to do with anything?
It was unethical.
Okay, Sean.
All right, here's the thing. This is not a regular season game. This is spring training. And everybody on both sides knew this was Garrett Cole's first inning back from Tommy John. Can you go up there and just have a regular at-bat? The guy needs to be running off the mound right away to be fielding a bunt?
Yeah.
Well,
come on.
Isn't it kind of appropriate that that's what Garrett Cole needed to do on his first?
No, it's not.
Oh, he's referring to the World Series, isn't he?
Yeah, and he covered first base fine yesterday, but the guy's just getting the cobwebs off.
He didn't cover first base. He tried to get to the ball.
Well, later on, he had to cover first base in that inning.
Right.
But the point is, we'll worry about covering all of that. The first batter cannot be laying down a bunt in the guy's first start off Tommy John.
Not?
Why?
Clown. It's baseball.
It's spring training.
But
have a regular at-bat.
Is it not baseball?
It is baseball.
Doesn't that happen in baseball?
What is the purpose of doing that to start a spring training game?
The guy
to get a hit?
Yeah, the guy's trying to make the team, bro. He's a quadruple A player. It's not like it was
Evan,
a
you just said it
starter
yourself.
doing it.
No. You just said it yourself.
What?
All the stolen bases he had. The Red Sox are aware he's fast. They're aware this part. You want to make the team? How about show you could have a regular major league at bat versus an ace
against Garrett Cole?
Yeah.
So I can find a way to get in Garrett Cole's mind. I'm going to get in Garrett Cole's mind.
Nonsense.
By the way, the problem is there's issues because Ben Rice didn't come off first base.
Well, that's going to be another issue.
He's just standing there.
No, it's an issue because for whatever reason, when it comes to Yankees-Red Sox, Yankee fans morph into,
You're a whiny bitch.
Like, there's nothing negative about this. I know it's a spring training game. I understand it. And Garrett Cole's the guy.
I'm a Yankee fan, and I don't feel that way.
They're trying to get Garrett Cole hurt by having something wacky happen.
Not. They're trying to get him hurt.
It's our arch rival, Alex Cora. You want to talk about douchery? He's whispering in his ear. This is his first
You
start
think
back.
he called for the bunt, or do you think Braden Ward did it on his own?
No. He's a weasel, Alex Cora, and he knows Ward's strength. He told Ward, you want to make an impression? Go make sure Garrett Cole knows how to cover.
Maybe it was the kid, and he's not even that young. I think Braden Ward's about 27 years old, which shows you he's not a prospect. He's not a guy who's anointed. Like, maybe it was him saying, I know what I'll do.
He is 27.
Thank you. I did my research. I'm going to get on base.
So he's old for the NFL.
He's old for baseball. Like, he's never played the major leagues. I think you guys, and I don't know why, like, this is one of the most unhinged, ridiculous opinions you'll ever hear.
Did
lecturing that you're not allowed to bunt because it's spring training?
Did Garrett Cole say something about this?
He joked about it. He had a great sense of humor.
Okay.
He's like, what?
And you know who would say something about this if he really felt that way? Garrett Cole.
Oh, I thought you were going to say your boy.
That's what I was going to say.
No. I'm saying Garrett Cole, who waxed and complained about a too long national anthem.
That's true.
Would have said something about this kid bunting in his first at bat.
I think Garrett Cole should take the high road. Tiki, we asked Howie Rose about Long Island. I think this week you got to text CeCe because I bet you CeCe's on my side.
Oh God, don't text him because he's going to be on your side.
CeCe doesn't like the bogus bunt. We know that's a big part of CeCe.
Sean, I respect what you're doing. You're going to try to put little thing between me and Tiki, and I'll do it. I don't care. I love CeCe Sabathia. I have great respect for him. He was a whiny baby when it came to bunting.
Because he was right.
No, he wasn't right.
He was right.
He was not right. And again, major respect, Teak. Hall of Famer, blah, blah, blah. I like the man. I respect the man. But CeCe Sabathia was unhinged and wrong when it came to bunting against him.
Because CeCe wanted to challenge you man to man.
Well, what does that even mean?
Be a man.
Be a man.
Like,
I'm standing right here.
Dude, it's one thing for John Franco to be mad at me because I bunted against him in a charity baseball game.
No,
that's one thing.
That's bad.
It's one thing for Craig to be mad at me that I bunted against him while throwing a no-hitter in MLB The Show in the 9th inning.
They're
down
all
10-0.
that and yesterday have everything in common. They're all not real games.
No, hold on. In those two scenarios, while I disagree with Mr. Franco and I disagree with Craig, I get it. Are you dude? The guy's competing for a job, and you guys are whining because there needs to be special rules for Garrett Cole? Grow up.
Go have a regular at-bat.
What is a regular at-bat?
No, it's not.
He's trying to get on base. What, bunts don't count now?
So now that's the only way you can get on base for Garrett Cole?
No.
Isn't it more impressive to rip a single over the infield?
You know why? Because getting a single against Garrett Cole, you could do it. It's spring training. It's his first game back from Tommy John. Knowing you can lay down a bunt, which is a lost start in baseball, yeah, I think that's actually more impressive. To quote you, take a lap,
no,
bro.
It's not more impressive. Anybody knowing that a guy who hasn't pitched in a year and a half is throwing his first pitches, laying down a bunt, you know you have a great shot at getting on because he's not going to be ready to do that. So what is that exactly impressive?
Why would he be ready
That's
to do it?
That's the cheap, easy way out where you hope the guy stumbles over himself and throws out his arm again.
I must be confused. Did he have a leg injury? Did he have a foot injury? He had Tommy John.
Yeah, you still got to now scramble and make a throw on the run.
Explain to me how he was going to hurt himself.
Okay, so if you're not fully all the juice is flowing. You're going to throw a pitch. Now suddenly got to read and react and run towards the first baseline and pick up a bunt and twist and throw my elbow all out of sync. You can get hurt. Yes. It's not a common throwing motion.
This is ridiculous.
Look,
especially if you're not mentally prepared for it.
First of all, it's likely an underhand throw anyways.
Depends how far.
The way that bunt went, it was popped in the air. It landed 3/4 of the way down the first base line, which is why Ben Rice should have got his ass off the bag and come and caught it. And it was an underhand throw if he does anything. The only risk of him getting injured is maybe he runs into the first base line and runs into Ward. That's the only way he was going to get hurt.
You actually unintentionally made a great point. It's actually a great thing that he bunted against you because Ben Rice needs as much practice as he can get, bro.
That's right.
He is still learning the position. It is not an easy position to learn, as much as we try to simplify it. Both teams, by the way. I'll just stick him over at first base. And so Ben Rice being in a spot where he's got to read and react, like that's a good thing.
And he knew he screwed up because you can watch him afterwards. He's like, oh, dang it.
Yeah.
Ben Rice was.
Like, this is just unhinged Yankee-Red Sox stuff. It's odd behavior to me. And it's one thing for Big Mac to say it because we all know his deal. He's a shill, blah, blah, blah. But it was echoed by Yankee fans on social media. I'm stunned it's being echoed by you. I actually did not expect that you would do this. I thought you would just agree
Did you tweet
and say,
this?
No, I didn't. So to be fair, remember when it happened, I was here. Big Mac's tweet is
that's right. It was at the beginning.
What tipped me off to, and I watched it last night. I thought it right away. But at that point, I'm not going to tweet something 8 hours old. I have a little more couth.
That's fine. It's not even about Twitter. It's about the fact that this is so stupid for you guys to be mad about.
Because Alex Cora is a weasel when it comes to the Yankees.
So let me ask you this. If it was any other team and it wasn't Alex Cora, let's say it was the Mets, and we don't really have a rivalry, clearly.
The Red Sox get into it.
Would you call Mendy out? Would you be like, can you believe this, Mendy?
I probably would, but I would say this. I could at least have an adult conversation and go, okay, I see what they're doing there. I don't trust Alex Cora, and I don't trust whoever this 27-year-old weasel is listening to him. I'm sorry, it's part of it.
So you think Braden Ward was told by Alex Cora, hey, man, here's how you can get at him. Just bunt.
Yep.
He won't be used to it. He's had Tommy John surgery.
1,000%.
Just bunt. Beat it out, and maybe he hurts himself.
1,000%.
No way.
1,000%.
This is unhinged.
It's not unhinged. And also, you should take an L, Evan.
For what?
Because we tried telling you this last year. We tried telling you this the year before, and you're going to make the same poll come July. Who's the Yankees' biggest rival? Doesn't this reaction tell you once again
Sean,
we don't trust the Red Sox?
Sean, here's what I will tell you about that. And so just to give full context, back in June, we had a discussion about, hey, who are the Yankees' biggest rivals now? Feels like Yankees-Red Sox are sort of dead. Tiki made a great point that it could be the Dodgers, even though they're not in the same league. We talked about the Astros still being the biggest rival, the Mets because of Juan Soto, the Blue Jays, the Tampa Bay Rays. Like, all these teams were brought up. And it didn't feel like Yankees-Red Sox was their biggest rival. Well, guess what, Sean? June was a long time ago. And since then, let's go over what's happened. You played them in the postseason, and you beat them in a hard-fought best-of-3 wildcard series.
Spanked that ass.
I wouldn't say you spanked them, but you beat them.
They had no shot in Game 3.
You got the Cam Schlittler situation where he's a Boston guy, and he's taunting them and all that. And now you have this. So if you ask me today on March 19th, hey, Evan, we're less than a week away before the start of the season, who's your biggest rival? Yes, you're right. It's the Red Sox.
Be a man.
And you know what proves it? You guys literally reacting to a harmless bunt in the middle of March as if it broke the sanctity of baseball. That is ridiculous. And I'm sorry, I know some will hear me and say, you're not being fair, you're a troll. No. You guys are unhinged. This is a dumb opinion to have. It's a fanboy opinion to have. And you can have it, and I'm going to call you out on it. Because no one in their right mind thinks there's anything wrong with laying down a freaking bunt for a guy who's trying to prove he can make the team.
Right. By the way, Braden Wells then stole second and got his ass thrown out by the proud Dominican.
That's right.
Austin Wells threw him out at third.
That is all true. Yeah, this guy who I honestly never heard of till I did the research.
Yeah.
He's got 18 stolen bases.
Dude,
in spring training.
he's quick.
That's nuts.
He's quick.
You know what I would do, and this is
he's like a slot receiver. That's what he feels like because he's only like 5'9", 180 or something like that. Well, maybe even less than that. But he looks ridiculously quick.
And he is. What I would do, and it's very tough for the Yankees and the Mets to do this with their rosters. I fully admit this, but I saw the value of it last year with Acuna. I want a guy on my bench who's just a specialist at stealing bases.
Yeah.
A, there are more stolen bases today than ever before because of the bigger bag. B, we've got the Manfred man. We're getting that guy on second base with speed with a threat to steal third.
Right.
Is such a weapon.
Yeah, and then any base hit, he basically is home.
No doubt. Now, unfortunately, like I was getting geeky this morning. I was breaking down the 26-man rosters potentially of both the Mets and the Yankees and how I think things are going to fall. It just doesn't fit right now, unfortunately. But I'll tell you, especially as the season goes on, ideally, I want a Braden Ward on my team. I want that. In fact, that's what the Yankees should do. Once this guy doesn't make the team, claim his ass on waivers. Bring him over. Because I think we all could use a Braden Ward in our life. Now, let's get back to your calls, 888-808-1019. Russell is in the car. Hey, Russell.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, guys.
No problem.
I really called because once and for all, I want to settle this argument I had with my cousins that lived in Brooklyn my whole life. Long Island, the landmass that is Long Island, is made up of 4 counties. Kings, Queens, Nassau, and Suffolk. You do not cross a bridge or a body of water to get from Brooklyn or Queens to Nassau or Suffolk County. In order to get to Long Island from either the Bronx, Connecticut, Manhattan, or Staten Island, you land on, whether it's Brooklyn from Staten Island over the Verrazano, you land on Long Island. It's Brooklyn and Queens. They're 2 of the 5 boroughs, but they are part of Long Island. Anybody that wants to dispute that, all they have to do is look at an aerial map of Long Island.
Okay, so because you can drive from the United States to Canada, we're a part of Canada? Or they're a part of the United States? Like, that's the dumbest argument.
There's the border.
Well, there's a border between Queens and Long Island. I used to live right near it. There's a border. Just because you don't recognize the border and you are open border people doesn't mean that it's true. And Howie Rose confirmed it.
This feels like the Irish not being a part of Team Great Britain.
That's an island.
It's actually a good one, Tiki. I agree. Very similar.
They are separated by...
Great Britain is multiple islands.
That's right. It's multiple islands.
Exactly.
Dude.
But Ireland's not a part of Great Britain.
Okay. Stop confusing us with things like that. Long Island, even though, yes, technically Brooklyn and Queens are connected to it, the way parts of New Jersey are connected to New York, doesn't mean it's the same.
I'm on your side, Evan.
Are you, though?
They were given county names for Long Island.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Northern Ireland is basically within Ireland.
We're still doing this Ireland
and it's part of Great Britain. But Ireland is not.
Let us go to Chris in New Haven. Hey, Chris.
Hey, guys. What's up?
What's up?
It's a brilliant rebuttal to the border thing. Brooklyn and Queens are not Long Island, just like Connecticut's not part of New York. Right?
That's a different state.
Thank you.
So I'm calling about the bunt. Why can't both Sean and Evan be right? What I mean by that is, why can't, so spring training first came back. If someone drops a bunt in front of Garrett Cole and Garrett Cole watched it and the guy gets on first base, who cares? Let it happen, right? You want to practice your bunting, fine. Garrett Cole doesn't want to get hurt, fine. On top of that, even if it was a regular season game, I wouldn't care. But that being said, bunting is definitely a part of the game. You take what the defense gives you. When they were shifting on the infield, if I got third base open, I was screaming for someone to lay down a bunt on the third base line.
Chris, excuse me real quick. It sounds like you're just agreeing with me, though. So where's the part where Sean's right? Because I don't see it.
Because Garrett Cole's not going to get hurt because he just doesn't play the bunt. He just says, all right, whatever. Good job, man. You bunted on the first pitch of the game. Good luck.
Let it go. Yeah. So they're both right. That's what I'm saying.
Right. I didn't get hit hard. I don't feel bad about myself. I'm still going to get out of the inning.
That's not Sean being right. Like, Garrett Cole had every right to do that. They could have done that. They didn't do it. He tried to make the play.
Yeah,
okay, we move on.
Yeah.
The idea that the Red Sox did something unethical by laying down a bunt to start yesterday's game?
Unethical is the wrong word.
Thank you. Then what would be the phrase then to help these idiots out?
Unnecessary.
Everything's
it's necessary for Braden Ward.
No, it's not. That's the point. It's not.
It is.
He doesn't have to prove his speed anymore.
He's still not making this team.
Right, but what he did is only just further showing what he's already done.
Wasn't it unnecessary for Ben Rice to even swing a bat yesterday? Like, he's making the team. The game doesn't count. Why is he even swinging a bat? Like, what's the point of that? So stupid.
What do you
You're
do
going to hurt
more?
yourself swinging a bat.
This play was worse for Ben Rice than it was for Garrett Cole.
Well, that's a different. I don't disagree, but the bunt didn't happen with Ben Rice in mind. I guess that's the point.
The point is, you can say anything in spring training is unnecessary because the games don't count. So drawing the line on a bunt because of what? And you know who I actually do blame for this? Again, I'm sorry, Tiki. I blame CC Sabathia because he created this atmosphere of
that was a different era of baseball.
Stop. We can crap on people bunting. No, you can't. It's a part of baseball.
No.
It always has been. It always will.
Not we can. CC could.
What do you mean CC could what?
He could crap on guys bunting.
Look, he can yell at whoever he wants. He was still wrong.
Be a man.
That's what he would say, actually. Didn't he say that? He said a few things. That's why I love CC. He's tough and he backed it up. But like his overall point was always wrong, even if I admired his toughness. His point was, how dare you bunt on me? What do you mean, how dare we bunt on you? If that's how someone...
Because I can't hit you. That's why you bunt on him.
I tip my hat. Great. Okay, fine. That's why I did it. Does that make you feel better?
No.
I'm still going to do it.
Honestly, I don't care.
I know you don't.
I don't know why this is a debate.
Because your friend, again, who I admire...
What does CC have to do with this?
Because he's the one who created the culture
That was 10
I hate
years
bunting.
ago.
Yeah. That's why Sean says it. It's why Big Mac says they feel emboldened by CC Sabathia.
Be a man.
Those two didn't even have kids when this was going on. Like, what are we even talking about? It's not CC's fault.
Sean, am I right that it's CC's fault?
It's not CC's fault, but CC was right, and this is just further backing it up. But it's not CC's fault.
By the way,
CC didn't have anything to do with Garrett Cole or this idiot bunting.
I do have... Sean's right about one thing. I think you got to text CC about this. Like, I would just want to see his response.
He's going to have my back, no doubt.
He's going to drop F-bombs.
No, he's not.
He's not going to be happy with what's his name, Braden Ward. That's for damn sure. We'll come back with your calls, 888-88. What's the number again? 888-808-1019. You know what I was about to say? 718-937-68.
It's only been like 3 years, Evan.
That's it, only 3 years. We'll get back to your calls. A lot of opinions on the bunts, a lot of tributes for Howie Rose. Plus, the New York Mets creating a bootleg edition of 999. We'll explain it all coming up right here on The Fan.
Fanatics Fest, the world's #1 sports fan festival, returns to the Javits Center in New York City from July 16th to the 19th. See top athletes and just announced former Met and Yankee greats Mike Piazza, Jorge Posada, David Wright, Mariano Rivera, Keith Hernandez, Don Mattingly, Darryl Strawberry, Andy Pettit, and Jose Reyes. Live panels, autographs, photo ops, rare trading cards, and memorabilia, plus exclusive merch drops you can only get at Fanatics Fest. This is the ultimate weekend where sports and culture collide. Tickets are on sale now, so grab yours quickly at fanaticsfest.com. That's fanaticsfest.com.
If new windows and doors have been on your list, don't wait. Windorama's offering up to 40% off your installation project when you purchase and install with them. We're taking major savings, top quality brands, and expert installation all at once. Upgrade your home and take advantage of savings. Visit Windorama.com or stop by one of their showrooms today. Windorama, your window and door specialist since 1977.
This portion of the program is sponsored by Amazon Hub Delivery. Portion of the program is also sponsored by your local Mazda dealer.
Hey, business owners, it's Tiki Barber. Are you looking to earn extra money? Of course you are. When your business partners with Amazon Hub Delivery, you simply drop off packages to Amazon customers in your neighborhood. Get started at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery.
Make the smart choice, the Mazda CX-5. With standard all-wheel drive, advanced safety, and effortless handling, there's more to a Mazda than meets the eye. Drive a Mazda CX-5 and elevate your journey wherever the road takes you. Visit your local Mazda dealer or MazdaUSA.com.
With Aetna, I always get a quick answer, and I don't have to search on the internet. They go above and beyond to help me with whatever I need.
Those words from a real Aetna Medicare Advantage member speak to why U.S. News & World Report named us a Best Medicare Advantage company. Because we show up on calls with members and doctors' offices when requested. We show up with access to convenient care options. We show up for you. Because that's how healthier happens together. Member feedback has been edited for length and clarity.
Hi, this is John Starks. At John Starks Kia, we don't play games. No gimmicks, no tricks, no hidden fees, no surprises, and no money down. Lease a new 26 Kia Sportage for just $299 a month with zero due at signing. Or get 0% APR up to 48 months. What we say is what it is, period. See you at John Starks Kia in Queens.
36-month lease excludes tax, title, and MV fees. No security deposit required. 10,000 miles per year. Must finance through Kia Finance America. $20.83 per month per 1,000 financed. Upon approved credit on select models. Expires March 31st.
Hey, did you know Verizon Home Internet covers more homes with faster speeds across the country than any other provider? Now you can get award-winning Fios Internet for just $20 a month for 3 years. Switch today and enjoy savings you can count on. Verizon Home Internet consists of Fios and 5G Home. Availability varies. Comparison based on FCC BDS data of home internet providers with download speeds over 50 megabytes per second, June 2025. Limited time offer for eligible new customers. Fios $20 per month plan with auto pay, mobile phone plan, mobile plus home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee. Applies only to the then current base monthly rate for Fios. Additional terms may apply.
Town Fair Tire has the area's largest selection of Toyo tires. Sells them all at the guaranteed lowest price. Offers more free services for life than anywhere else. And Town Fair has well over 100 locations throughout New England and New York. The area's largest inventory of Toyo tires at the guaranteed lowest price, more locations, and the most free services for life. So for your next set of Toyo tires, remember, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody!
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
We're here with attorney Mark Miner of the personal injury law firm of Zalman, Schnurman, and Miner. Mark, if someone's injured in an accident, what should they do?
It is always best to report the accident as soon as possible and gather all important information.
Now, is it important to call an experienced personal injury attorney?
Absolutely. The sooner you call, the better. If you call us for a free consultation at 1-800-LAW-LINE, we will be able to advise you of your rights. The sooner we get started on investigating what happened, the better. There are many reasons to act quickly. The failure to act may mean losing a chance for compensation.
So if someone's injured in an accident, when is the best time to call you?
If you are injured in an accident, you should call us right now at 1-800-LAW-LINE. There is no cost for a consultation and no fee unless there's a recovery. We are here to help you.
So if you're injured in an accident, call the experienced personal injury attorneys at Zalman, Schnurman, and Miner at 1-800-LAW-LINE. That number again, 1-800-LAW-LINE.
The most important meal of the day just got better at Dunkin'. Now you can get a medium hot or iced coffee, 6 crispy hash browns, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, all for $6. That's a full breakfast meal for $6. 6 crispy golden hash browns, a warm, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese, and a medium coffee to start your day off right. Do breakfast the Dunkin' way or order Dunkin's $6 meal deal. No substitutions, participation times may vary. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
HL Gross Jewelers of Garden City is Long Island's premier engagement and wedding ring destination. Visit HL Gross today or online at hlgross.com.
IKEA presents Keep It or Let It Go.
I stood out in the rain for 10 hours for these sneakers. I called in sick to get them, and then I actually got sick. Now I won't even wear them if there's a chance of rain. How ironic and sad. But still, how could I get rid of something I treat better than myself?
With the PAX wardrobe from IKEA, you can proudly display your sneakers. And with delivery and assembly, you don't even have to leave your home. So don't sell anything you love. Store it instead. Shop bedroom storage at ikea.us/bedroom storage. Dream the possibilities.
At Paramus Chevrolet, we understand that a car is more than four wheels. It's an extension of who you are. Hey, it's Mike Tandarella, General Manager, Paramus Chevrolet. Because everyone has unique taste, we stock a large variety of certified pre-owned automobiles. So you're sure to find something you absolutely love. And it gets better. Enjoy our exclusive Paramus Chevrolet VIP Plus program. A lifetime of complimentary oil changes, courtesy shuttles, and loaner car availability. Visit us in person or online at ParamusChevrolet.com.
Love college basketball? Then it's time to gear up for another electric march with BetMGM. From opening tip to buzzer beaters, this is where the action lives. Dive into every matchup with competitive odds, seamless gameplay, and the power to bet your way all season long. Whether you're backing your alma mater, riding the rankings, or chasing underdog stories, BetMGM puts you right in the heart of the game. Every possession matters, every rivalry hits harder, and every ticket feels bigger when you're playing with the sportsbook that makes March legendary. So get off the bench, join the huddle, and head for the net with BetMGM all season long. Problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements.
Hey everyone, Boomer here. If you love eating great food as much as I do, you have to listen up. The Chef IQ wireless thermometer and the mini oven are must-haves in your kitchen. The thermometer helps perfectly cook your chicken, fish, or meat, and the oven is an all-in-one hero that bakes, broils, air fries, toasts, and more. I've been telling you now for the last year about these great products and how they've changed my life, so now it's time to change yours. These are amazing products at amazing values. Go to chefiq.com and don't forget to use the code word BOOMER to save big at checkout. That's code word BOOMER at chefiq.com.
Looking for the lowest price on name brand tires? Get to Town Fair Tire and get the guaranteed lowest price on any name brand tire. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
March matchups are here. Now you can trade the tournament in all 50 states with Kalshi. On Kalshi, you are trading against peers in a live market. As the odds move, you can buy in and out of your position all tournament long. Download the Kalshi app. Use code FAN to get $10 when you trade 10. KALSHI. Kalshi. Trade on anything.
It's Tiki Barber with 2 words any business owner wants to hear. Extra income. Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for New York businesses to assist with local deliveries. You get paid for each package delivered. Amazon Hub Delivery has no startup cost, no long-term contracts, and no delivery experience required. If you're a New York business ready to assist with local deliveries, sign up today at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
Was calling out before, all the Yankee fans whining about the Red Sox bunting to start the game yesterday against Garrett Cole, thinking it was unethical. So we asked Tiki nicely, can you text the godfather of hating people bunting on him, CC Sabathia?
Be a man.
And CC has responded.
All right, hold on. This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ Precision Cooking. Effortless results, chefiq.com. Yesterday, Garrett Cole was unfairly bunted on. What did CC Sabathia have to say
I
about
queried Braden Ward bunting on Cole's first pitch off Tommy John. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Sean and Evan are fighting about it. CC's response, kind of trash. They definitely talked about it before the game. I said, you mean Cora? He's like, no, not Cora, but definitely a teammate.
So he thinks a teammate of Braden Ward, and the Red Sox is such a young team, they don't have the stereotypical veterans.
Yeah,
like
but it
David
feels like a veteran telling a young player, or
Let's
at least
screw with him?
a non-major league player yet, here's what you should do. If I was you, this is what I would do.
So now the Red Sox roster, I'm thinking about their veterans. Like, did Trevor Story tell him to bunt on Garrett Cole? Did Connor Wong tell him to bunt?
It's definitely Wong.
Why?
Because he's a catcher.
So why would he want to do it?
He gets it. He knows what opposing pitchers don't want, or what a pitcher wouldn't want.
You know who probably did
Garrett Crochet?
I wasn't going to say Garrett Crochet, but okay. Jaron Duran.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's it.
That's the guy.
That's the guy.
Jaron Duran's
That's
like,
it.
you know what we're going to do? You know what you're going to do, kid? Come over here. Kid's like, well, what do you got, Jaron? So good. You were so great in the WBC, all that. And Jaron's like, I want you to lay down a bunt on this guy.
First pitch.
And by the way, if
First pitch. Don't wait. Just first pitch.
And if he runs up the first base line, run him over. I don't know if I buy it, but all right. Well, I guess we'll never know.
I like it.
I don't know if we'll ever know the answer to that. No one will ever admit it. Anyhow, one last thing before Sean feeds us. The Mets are instituting, remember that 999 thing from last year?
Yes.
We had talked about it. It's this challenge of having 9 beers, 9 hot dogs, and what was the other thing? Oh, and 9 innings.
And 9 innings.
9 innings.
That's what it is. So 9 innings every inning, beer and a hot dog. And we had talked about it last year, and I thought I could do the hot dogs but not the beer. And I realized I can't do either. The Mets are selling them at Citi Field, but it looks, Tiki, like it's much smaller.
It's a tad fugazi, I think.
In terms of the size of these
I think
items.
the beers are probably 4 or 5 ounces. You know what I mean? So
like
it's
a shot of beer?
Yeah, I think they're halves. I think they're 8 ounces.
I don't know. 8 ounces of beer, and you have 72 ounces of beer?
Well, the pint is 16, right?
Yes.
I think it's a half. I think it's like 4.5 real beers.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot for me, that's for sure.
That's a lot. I mean, maybe if you drink a lot, it's not. But 4.5 beers is a lot over a 2.5 hour game.
I just did that in an hour at St. Patty's Day, so now you make me feel terrible.
Yeah, because you're a drinker.
Yeah, like if I bought this thing, I would not be able to get through it.
Yeah.
But who's buying this
So
thing?
do
Somebody
we
that
know?
can?
Do we know? Do we officially know how big the beers are?
I don't. I was
Because
my
to me, I'm just looking at the picture that was up for the challenge, 999, and the Mets put this out.
Yes, it's a Met picture with like a cool little box.
Yes.
It says the 999 challenge with the Met logo, and it's got 9 picture of beer, 9 hot dog, 9 inning or ball for the innings.
Yes.
And the picture of the hot dogs and the beers make it seem small.
Yes, the
But
hot
it's an
dogs look small.
But it's an overhead view.
Yeah.
So
So I
it's
can't
very-
tell how much it is. I doubt they're saying go drink 72 ounces of beer. Seriously, dude.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that much. I think it's going to be like the equivalent of a shot of beer.
But then you can't call that the challenge.
Well, that's
you can't have it both
Well, the
ways.
challenge can be whatever they make it.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
It's made up. It can be whatever you
Right,
want.
but everybody does it anyway when they just buy 9 hot dogs and 9 regular beers. You can't advertise the challenge and have it basically, at best, look like hot dogs or
Yeah,
me
but
after a good trim.
Sean, they also can't advertise the challenge where it's, I mean, look, 9 full
Yeah,
beers is dangerous.
100%.
I don't care how much you handle your alcohol. Like,
Right.
they wouldn't serve you 9 beers at Citi Field just for yourself.
72 ounces. That's 4 pints,
I
right?
was just say 4 beers in 3 hours is not that much, guys.
Yeah, but it's 9 beers.
No.
I'm going back to your original
Oh,
point. It's
right.
that, hey, it's
Right.
not really the essence of the challenge.
Right.
Yeah, because they can't have that real challenge.
No, I agree with you. I guess where I'm just arguing is I don't think it's a shot of beer. I think it's not that big a deal to do 8 ounces.
Now, we talked yesterday, and I offered it, of Tiki, Sean, and I doing a doubleheader of the Islander game in 2 weeks into the Mets game. All right, 1 o'clock Islander game against the Panthers, 4 o'clock Mets game against the Pirates a week from Saturday. By the way, the weather, early forecast, high of 43. Are you guys willing to not only do the doubleheader, but then buy this 999 box and just see how we do? In 40-degree weather?
No, this is not a 40-degree weather thing. I would only do this challenge if it's 80 degrees.
Okay.
Like perfect
80
weather.
degrees.
I'm hungry. I've worked out already before, rehydrated myself, but I'm starving. And so I'm going to eat and drink for a day.
There's a flaw, though, Tiki.
What's that?
80-degree day, those beers are warming up real quick.
Yeah, it doesn't sound appealing on an 80 degree
But too
day.
cold,
But
and
do
the
you
wieners
get it
are
like
freezing.
that?
Yeah.
Do they give it to you like this?
Yes.
Yes, I would assume they give it to you in a box where here's everything. I mean, that's it. Look, the Mets
All right.
haven't been
The
specific
more
yet.
that we're talking about this, the more I dislike this idea. Because you're not drinking 9 beers in 2 innings.
Right.
So they're necessarily going to get warm.
Yeah, they are.
And that's going to be, ugh.
Yeah, you have to sit with it on your chest for 2.5, or on your lap for 2.5 hours. Because the idea is 9 innings.
Why would I drink a warm beer when I can just get up and go get a cold one?
Yeah, because some
I don't
people,
like that. I don't like the box idea.
Because some people think you don't want to get up every other inning.
Yeah.
Hello, that's me.
I will
Is
do
there
I will
anything
do it.
worse than warm beer?
Nah, it's terrible. I agree with you. Not
That's
interested.
the worst.
Yeah.
The worst is warm beer. I guess that's a good point.
Dude,
Cold
because
French fry?
Yeah, but it's still a French fry.
Yeah, you can still eat it.
It's like cold pizza.
Yeah.
Warm beer tastes like urine. I'm being serious.
He's not wrong.
So
He's not wrong. So what's your temperature cutoff for our big doubleheader? Like it's got to be 50?
60 would be perfect.
Well, but it's not. It's probably not going to be.
I'm just
60.
talking for the challenge.
Oh, forget the challenge. Doing the doubleheader with me and Sean. And by the way, I tried to be a good guy to do this Islander-Met doubleheader week from Saturday. I sent a text message to one Tommy Lugauer.
No biggie.
And I invited him. I said, listen, this is the plan. I have not heard back from him. Now, he's probably sleeping, so I don't take any ill will towards it. But I did invite Loogie to bring the band back together. And what's funny about this is that I kind of remember Tommy saying he doesn't go to Met games in April. Well, good news, it's not April, it's March.
Oh, my God, even worse.
Right. Speaking of Tommy, we mentioned that he has traditionally taken off the Thursday and the Friday of the NCAA tournament, and how now that he's a big-time talk show host, he's probably not doing that.
Right.
I have been notified that on the schedule tonight, Tommy Lugauer is not listed. So he is not working tonight.
Huh.
He is not working tomorrow.
Sean, do you know any intel? What's he doing?
They're being very deceptive, my other friends here. I think Tommy's heading to Atlantic City with some of them.
Well, he's gone to Atlantic City every year, so I assume he is.
He's not on the schedule Friday, but he doesn't usually work Fridays, right?
I agree. So Friday is totally fine. Tonight, this radio station is airing college basketball action throughout the night, and it probably won't be over till about 1 a.m. Now, I figured if he wasn't taking off, he'd do the overnight. His name of his show is After Hours.
Right.
So, Sean, is he taking a day off during this busy sports season to go to Atlantic City?
I believe he has. I've taken the approach. I have texted in our group chat that Tommy will be getting a call any moment from one of our bosses that we decided to split the signal tonight to talk Howie Rose, and we want him on as a big Met fan.
Wow, can you imagine?
So I'm hoping that he answers soon on that.
Oh, that's going to be amazing. You think he'll answer before he answers me and my invitation to the Islander-Met doubleheader?
No. Good question. Well, he hasn't answered our group chat that he's still in, so maybe we never hear from him.
We may never hear from him again. All right. Give us a Cinco there, buddy.
Sean Moraes in the booth. Somebody hide the castle. Optics flying, phones ringing, Evans yelling. No! Tiki's laughing, chaos cracking. Nobody's in control. It's Cinco de Roncho. Bam! Crunch! Let's go!
Cinco de Luncho is brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything everywhere. We're having some pizza in the studio for our Cinco de Luncho here for the tournament.
Nice. By the way, I just opened up Instagram for whatever reason. This 999 challenge was the first thing served to me.
Because you just talked about it.
That's
It's
right.
into your iPad.
They hear you.
Just immediately.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Speaking of this segue, today is a big day. It's the first day of the NCAA tournament, so I'm here to tell you, and by the way, Cinco de Luncho brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything everywhere, the top 5 days to call out of work. Here we go.
Like Tommy Lugauer.
Here we go!
Number 5.
Number 5 is today, day 1 of the NCAA tournament. You get 12 hours of games. They start at noon, little liquid lunch, get the heck out of work, and a lot of people do.
I think a lot of people are doing it.
All right, here we go.
Number 4.
The first 75-degree day after every winter. That's a big one.
This forever winter.
Yep.
Number 3.
Number 3, not for us, but the day after the Super Bowl for many people. They want to get the hell out. They've been drinking all night. All right, here we go.
Number 2.
Number 2 is day 2 of the NCAA tournament because you get the same 12 hours you get today, but it's on a Friday.
I agree.
That's a good point.
They should be right next to each other. And the Monday after the Super Bowl, I completely disagree with you because even if you're not doing our job by talking about it, aren't you going to want to talk about it at work?
And you can't talk about it if not everybody stays home from work.
People don't talk to anybody anymore. They have group chats and everything else.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. By the way, for all those people that do take off the day of the Super Bowl and complain that we need to make it a holiday, you have no problem calling out today, though. That's interesting. Okay, and here we go.
Number 1.
And the number 1 day to call out of work, it's coming up.
Yes.
Yankees or Mets home opener. It's
Damn
opening
right.
day.
Damn right. I've never done that,
And
by
pull
the
your
way.
kids out of school.
And pull your kids out of school. I've never done that. I've been accused of doing it a couple of years ago when I just arrived a little bit late to work, but I was still at work. I didn't miss. I just missed a few. I missed a little bit of time. That's all. But yeah, I agree with you about opening day. I'm taking my son Jet for the 2nd straight year out of school, assuming he listens, because you got to be listening. You got to behave. Assuming there's behaviorals going on, 2nd straight year of pulling him out of school. And he is so excited about running to the subway while leaving the radio show. That's actually the thing he's most excited about.
He knows he can't race me anymore, right?
No, he can't race Sean, but he loves the idea of running to the subway so we can walk into Citi Field a few innings late for opening day. But you're right. And this is a part of why this is such a great time of year. The tournament today and tomorrow. They are underway, by the way, going on right now. The Ohio State Buckeyes and TCU, the Horned Frogs of Texas Christian, are hooking up right now, about 12 minutes in. So these 2 days, and then opening day a week from now, and then WrestleMania. Though WrestleMania has been pushed back because WrestleMania used to be right around opening day, and now it's middle of April, which is not. The WrestleMania is closer to the NFL draft than it is opening day in baseball. So
that means something to you, not to me.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah.
I don't know the timing of WrestleMania.
Yeah, where is it this year, too?
I know.
They're actually putting it in Vegas again. Second straight year it's in Vegas, and they're really struggling to move tickets.
Right.
And I think a part of the reason they're struggling is it is not a good idea to put WrestleMania in the same location 2 years in a row. Not a good idea. And
it becomes not a novelty.
Well, the people who go to WrestleMania, a lot of them are traveling. And so a part of it is it's like going to the Super Bowl. It's an event. It's, you're going to the Super Bowl, but you're also going to that city. If you're one of those people that travels to WrestleMania and it's in the same city back-to-back years, you may be less likely to do it.
Right.
Like the Super Bowl doesn't do it.
Like, I just did that.
Yeah.
Why am I doing it again?
And so I think it definitely hurts. Let's go to Chris in Bayshore. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, hey guys, I got the greatest Howie Rose story, and it's clear as day. And I was just joking with my buddy about it the other day. It was the year that Howie left. The Rangers went to the Islanders, and we had press passes. A buddy of mine left us, so we're hanging out near the press gate, and guys are filing in and out. And here comes Howie. And as a lifelong Ranger fan, I said to him, I said, Howie, how could you break our hearts and go to the Islanders? And he stopped dead in his tracks. And he looked at me, and I guess he thought I was getting on him, and he comes right up to me, and he goes, let me ask you something. Do you have a family? I go, yeah. He goes, well, that's why I did it. That's why I did it. And that doesn't change a thing. That's why I did it. And he walks into the Shea Stadium. It was unbelievable.
I don't blame him, because even if you weren't trying to get on him, understand this about Howie. He's a diehard Ranger fan. He was calling the Rangers. It was a dream job. And the New York Islanders gave him an unbelievable opportunity. And he had to take it. Right. Of course he did. And he ended up having an incredible run with the New York Islanders. I don't think he wants to hear, what are you doing? Right. Like, why would you want to hear that? It's like if I was an aspiring broadcaster.
But he should know that, though, because it's New York.
No, I'm sure he knew it, but he figured I'll give it back.
Yeah, true.
If I want to be a play-by-play announcer.
That's true.
Like, that's my ultimate dream. And I am making tapes, and I'm trying, and I'm trying, and I'm trying. And now the Yankees say, you know that, Evan? You're our guy. We love you. We're going to make you the broadcaster. And I say, hey, Tiki, I'm going to leave the show to become the broadcaster of the Yankees. You going to kill me for it? Or
I'm going to call
you
a sellout.
As long as we're there, you want to be the Mets play-by-play announcer?
I don't think so. I don't think my wife would be up for it.
Why?
Think about what Howie said about his wife and the traveling and being away.
You get home and put them to bed and stay up all night anyways.
Yeah, but putting them to bed, you just hit on it. You got to travel half the year.
Yeah, well, bring them with you. Homeschool them.
That's a good idea. All right, maybe I'll throw my hat in the ring.
There you go.
Speaking of the Islanders, we have to tribute Howie Rose with this call. Because of all the things he did with the Islanders, this may be his most famous one. And Sean, I assume you remember it back in 2002.
Yep.
And you're very fond on the penalty shot. We actually played the video or the audio a few months ago of Sean freaking out and crying at a Ranger game because he finally saw a penalty shot in person.
Panarin, too.
It was, oh, wow. Artemi Panarin.
Yeah.
Did you guys win that game?
We did.
Do you remember who you played?
Montreal.
All right, so that's a moment for you.
Yeah.
Well, who could forget?
I think it was their last home win.
Who could forget Game 4, 2002, first round, New York Islanders, Toronto Maple Leafs. And think about this situation, Teak. This is the best part. There's 2.5 minutes to go in a tie game.
Yeah.
And that's when Sean Bates was set up with a penalty shot. Ladies and gentlemen, you're mostly going to hear crowd because the crowd was electric. Howie Rose.
2 penalty shots in Stanley Cup playoff history. Here is number 3. Bates against Joseph. Bates in on goal. Shoots. He scores!
Listen to that horn. Listen to that crowd. A penalty shot with 2.5 minutes to go in a playoff game. Look at Howie letting the moment. He'll jump in soon. Don't worry.
Consider that for a franchise loaded with memorable postseason moments, you have just witnessed one of the most memorable. A penalty shot goal by Sean Bates to give the Islanders a 4-3 lead with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in regulation time.
What a call.
Yeah. You know what's interesting about that call is that he knew he had to get he scores in before the horns went. Because he rushed it. He rushed it. He scores! And then he lays out.
That's right. Good call. Mike's in Connecticut. What's up, Mike?
Yes. Before the game that Schilling pitched against the Yankees, they knew that he had a torn tendon in his ankle, and not once did they put down a bunt in that game, and that is known as the bloody sock game.
Yeah.
And so there is a history between these two teams with that. This guy in a spring training game, he should go to the catcher. Now I don't know if they have communication between the catcher and the pitcher these days, but he should have said, "Hey, during this at bat, I may lay down a bunt."
Yeah, well, you bring up, let's go back to 2004, because that is an absolutely fair criticism of Game 6.
No doubt.
That even though the Yankees weren't littered with bunters, I guess the guys that jump out at you, if you go back to that lineup that night, would be Derek Jeter and Miguel Cairo as guys that have at least bunted before. You're not asking Hideki Matsui to lay down a bunt. You're not asking Ruben Sierra to lay down a bunt. But he's right. Now, I don't think that has anything to do with yesterday. It was a generation ago.
Yeah. And none of them, I mean... Was Braden Ward even? How long ago was that?
Well, that was now 22 years ago. So he was
5.
He was 5. Yeah. No, it has nothing to do with that. It's more. Yes, Yankee-Red Sox history has this moment where you can criticize the Yankees for not bunting. Right. But what happened yesterday, I think, is a guy trying to make the team saying, "I'm going to lay down a bunt." Right. I disagree with CC that it was planned out,
and some vet giving him some advice potentially.
Yeah. Well, if you believe that.
How many bunt singles has he had in spring training?
I tried to look that up. I could not find that number. Yeah. I did a lot of research on Braden Ward, the bunter in question, but I have not found that. So I can't give you a good answer. We'll come back with more of your calls, 888-808-1019. Plus, there's been 2 NFL quarterback transactions over the last 16 hours that could directly affect the Jets. We'll address it coming up, 888-808-1019.
And this Odyssey Sports Minute is brought to you by Dr. Jay Shah at Samwell Institute for Pain Management. Visit samwellpain.com.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Give me Arizona to win the NCAA tournament. Out of all 4 1 seeds, Duke, Michigan, Florida, and Arizona, Arizona's the most unimpeachable 1 seed. Arizona won the Big 12 regular season. Arizona won the Big 12 conference tournament, and Arizona comes into the NCAA tournament healthy. Duke was going to be my pick, but Duke dealing with injuries to its point guard and its big man. Give me Arizona to cut down the nets and win it all. I'm Nick Costos.
Furnished by IntelliBrands.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new patented Legsercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural, drug-free way.
Using Legsercise made walking painless again.
Legsercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
I have much less swelling and no more tingling.
Call right now and order your very own Legsercise Pro, the new proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call 800-555-1212. That's 800-555-1212. 800-555-1212 now.
These statements and products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
If you love sports, this is the show for you. It's You Better You Bet with me, Nick Costos. Weekday mornings 9 to noon Eastern on the free Odyssey app and YouTube at The Costos. Bringing you the biggest NFL news, guests, and notes from the offseason while getting you ready to win the madness of college hoops. It's You Better You Bet with me, Nick Costos. Live and interactive Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to noon Eastern, presented by BetMGM. Download the Odyssey app and listen from anywhere for sports talk from people who love sports.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
It's March savings time at Nielsen Dodge. It's also tax return time, and we have a great money-saving idea. Show us what your tax return is, and we'll double it up to $1,500.
You can count on zero down payment, super low lease payments, 0% financing is available.
Lease a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitude X 4x4, just $198 a month.
Match your tax return up to $1,500 on any new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram.
Hundreds of vehicles in stock with big savings off MSRP. And of course, we always give you the credit help you need.
Find out what your tax return is before April 15th, and we'll double it up to $1,500. Max your tax only at Nielsen Dodge for a limited time.
On Route 10 in East Hanover, or shop online at nielsendodge.com.
Sun is in the driver's seat.
Declaration of Deal sales event.
With approval, term 27 months, due at sign $51.98. Add tax tag $498 and DMA fees. For tax refund info, see dealer for details.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank. NA member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
FanDuel is giving all customers a profit boost every single day through March 15th. From now till that final 68 is revealed, you're getting daily profit boosts for a chance at boosted winnings on your college basketball bets. So trust me, you don't want to miss a single day. Build the same game parlay for a shot at an even bigger payout, or try live betting and jump in after tip-off. Best of all, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. Just visit FanDuel.com/New York to get started. That is FanDuel.com/New York to get daily profit boost on your college basketball wagers. We all love the app around here. It is safe and secure and has all the betting markets you want. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN.
21 and over and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with the gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
All right, they won. You gotta text your buddies. Except you're driving. If you have to respond, pull over. Texting and driving is illegal and could lead to an accident. A safety message from the Rothenberg Law Firm. InjuryLawyer.com.
Make the smart choice, the Mazda CX-5. With standard all-wheel drive, advanced safety, and effortless handling, there's more to a Mazda than meets the eye. Drive a Mazda CX-5 and elevate your journey wherever the road takes you. Visit your local Mazda dealer or MazdaUSA.com.
Baseball is back. Opening night is one exclusive game, and it's live on Netflix. On Wednesday, March 25th, the New York Yankees, led by seven-time All-Star Aaron Judge, head to the Bay Area to face Rafael Devers and the San Francisco Giants. A brand new way to watch Major League Baseball, and it all starts here. MLB opening night, Yankees vs. Giants, live on Netflix, Wednesday, March 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WEBNOW1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Start the day with Boomer and Gio. Mornings 6 to 10 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Been quite day on this tournament Thursday, and it all started with the news that Howie Rose is announcing his retirement at the end of the season. So if you've missed any of that, you can rewind on the free Odyssey app, including hearing our conversation with Howie at 11 o'clock. And look, it is amazing when you look at the New York broadcast scene, how lucky we are for the broadcasters we have. The ones that are still broadcasting, the ones that have retired. We mentioned Gary Cohen, Howie Rose, Susan Waldman, who you will hear, I guess, again tomorrow night, because we got another Yankee game right here on the Fan tomorrow night. And you heard her yesterday on the AM side. But we have Susan Waldman, also an FAN original, Mike Breen. Who else? Walt Clyde Frazier, right. Ian Eagle. I can't forget Ian. He will be very upset with me. No, I'm kidding.
The
He's
NFL
got no
guys,
ego.
the Bobs on the NFL side.
The Bobs on the NFL side.
So cool.
So we are very, very lucky with the broadcasters that we have, not only in the Odyssey family, but, of course, around New York sports. Now, quick thought. And you have been very big on this, Tiki, but it did definitely cross my mind yesterday. So there were 2 NFL quarterback transactions that have gone down in the last 16 hours. Number one was my cousin, the Red Rifle Andy Dalton, was traded to the Philadelphia Eagles.
That was more shocking because of what we keep talking about with Tanner McKee.
Well, and that was where my brain went, because Tanner McKee is a guy you've been intrigued by, a lot of people have been intrigued by, and I've been cool to giving up a lot for somebody that's a lottery ticket like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good with signing lottery tickets, but you'd have to give up a lot for him. Now, maybe it's because Gino's here. I really want Tanner McKee. And when I heard the Andy Dalton trade, my brain tells me they'd be open to moving him. Do you agree that bringing in Andy Dalton would make it more likely that the Philadelphia Eagles and Howie Roseman are going to shop Tanner McKee?
I don't understand what's happening there then, if that's the case. Because unless you're trying to, I don't know, hedge the Jalen Hurts situation a little bit, maybe he's not in the long-term plan, it doesn't make sense to have Andy Dalton on this roster to be your third-string quarterback when you've been developing Tanner McKee as your second-string quarterback.
Right.
So obviously Andy Dalton is coming here as insurance to be able to play if something happens to Jalen Hurts. So their process doesn't make sense to me, which means that something is happening that we're just not aware of.
That they're going to trade him?
That they probably are trying to trade him.
The more I think about
just
it,
to get some assets.
Which I understand. Like,
right.
I think a few weeks ago you asked me, hey, would you give up a second or a third for Tanner McKee? And my answer was no. I think if you ask that question to me today, my answer would be yes.
Well, I think it's because of the interest that and this didn't happen because he ultimately became a free agent, but the interest that was there from Malik Willis last year. And so teams that were needy at the trade deadline, I'm sure, really reached out to the Green Bay Packers like, hey, what can we get Malik Willis for?
Right.
And because he was free, teams were probably not willing to offer a lot because they could just wait. And so maybe the Philadelphia Eagles are saying Tanner McKee is the other young guy.
Yeah, come get him.
Who people really want, but they can't get him, so trade for him with us.
Yeah, I'd be interested in trading for him because I want to go into this football season. Yes, Gino's going to be the starter. I've accepted that even if I disagreed with it. But I'd like to have a young player that I can eye to eventually take over. And someone you draft in the 3rd, 4th, or 5th round is a project. They're probably not going to be ready. Even Ty Simpson, if you draft, he's probably not going to be ready. Tanner McKee's been learning. He would be ready. The other name that jumps out at me in terms of transactions in the last 16 hours is that the Minnesota Vikings have brought back Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz was obviously linked to the Jets. That didn't happen. But it leads me to this question. They have Kyler Murray. They now have Carson Wentz back, and they have J.J. McCarthy. Are they going to trade J.J. McCarthy? Because I take a flyer on him.
Well, they if there's one person that's not going to be in that room, it's J.J. McCarthy. Kyler Murray, you just brought here. He is going to be on this team. Even if something happens to him, he'll be here. Carson Wentz, you bring back for a reason, probably the same reason you had him last year, that you trust him as your backup quarterback, even though he wasn't great in that role and then ultimately got hurt. But are you keeping 3 quarterbacks?
That's Mike. I would think that they move J.J. McCarthy.
I think Wentz could survive on the practice squad this year.
Do you think they put him on the practice squad?
Or just survive with 3 quarterbacks? I don't.
Yeah, I guess because he's not making any money.
Yeah, and this is all I would say. I have no doubts that they probably would trust Wentz more. Are they really, on a 1-year deal with Kyler Murray, going to sell their first-round pick for peanuts this year? Or is it better to rehab his image for a year and have him on the roster?
I don't know if it rehabs his image just
I don't think
there.
he can. Yeah, if he doesn't play and just look improved, J.J. McCarthy, as we're talking about, I think it's going to pass him. He's going to be the Sam Darnold. Like, that's the only way he's going to reinvigorate himself is to go someplace else.
Yeah, I think the only way he enhances his value is by playing and looking good. I mean, that's what Malik Willis did. I think J.J. McCarthy doesn't have any value now and may not have value later. By the way, TCU up early, 15 at the half on top of Ohio State. That's the first game of the day as the NCAA tournament is fresh underway. Let's go to Eric in Rivervale, New Jersey. Good afternoon, Eric.
Hey, Eric.
Good afternoon, Evan. Tiki. What's happening, boys?
All's good, dude.
What's up?
And so I had to call when you guys were talking about the bunt scenario yesterday because I think it's hysterical. And I think the word that you're looking for it is it's just Bush League. I'm not saying it's unfair or that you can't do it. What I'm saying is that it's complete Bush League nonsense.
Why? That's the right
from
word.
A clown
That's the right word.
Cora.
That's the right
Yeah,
word.
it's like a guy that has lost all credibility because he's a cheater, confirmed.
No.
We already know that. Okay. And also the fact that it's a Red Sox. It's just Bush League.
Why is
so I'm
it
not
Bush
saying
League?
you can't do it. Because you know Garrett Cole was hurt.
It's not a leg
You know
injury.
it's a spring training game that nobody cares about. It's his first pitch, his first at-bat, and you bunt. It's Bush League. It just is.
It's just not. Just because you say something over and over again doesn't make it true.
Clown.
I mean, Garrett Cole didn't have to jump off the mound. He could have said, it doesn't matter. That's fine. Lay the bunt down.
Right.
I'm not going to chase after it. He's also not dealing with a hamstring issue.
Good for you, kid.
Yeah, good for you, kid. Take your base and go steal second if you want.
But what was his last play, Garrett Cole?
What do you mean what was his last play?
Before, like, regular season play or postseason?
Well, he got hurt in the spring training last year. Oh,
I know.
The World Series, yeah.
Yeah, it was when he walked off the mound in the World Series.
There you go.
So you think it's a bad memory, even though it wasn't a bunt? It was just him not covering.
That's why Garrett Cole went after it.
Went after what?
Charged off the man.
No, he went after it because it's his instinct to make a baseball play.
Okay,
That's why he went after
So what
it.
happened on his last outing? I'm bringing it up only for that reason.
I know. I just don't think one thing has to do with the other. And just because
you
people...
know what, you're probably right. But how can you not think about that?
No, that's fine. I just think calling it Bush League is Bush League. I'm going to use words against you.
That you used against you.
I think it's Bush League to call up Sports Talk Radio and accuse the Red Sox of being Bush League for doing a baseball play against Garrett Cole.
This
You're
comes down,
Bush League.
I've let Evan do this for an hour. It comes down to one thing, Tiki.
What's that?
Evan's entire baseball career was predicated on the ability to bunt.
That's
Otherwise,
right.
he would not have belonged on the field.
That's right. Okay,
So this
so
is
you're
him dying on the hill of, the bunt isn't unethical because he wants to justify the fact that he attempted to play baseball in his life.
I have two famous bunts in my life, okay? I will freely admit it. Bunting against John Franco in a charity baseball game, which I did. And by the way, if you ever see John Franco and you say, oh, yeah, Evan Roberts says hi, the first thing he may say is, he bunted on me in a charity baseball game.
Is he bitter about it?
I think he more mocked it. Like it was like funny to him. Like what a loser. You had a chance to face a close to Hall of Fame pitcher. Maybe someday a Hall of Fame pitcher.
How fast was he throwing?
He was lobbing it in.
Oh.
And I bunted. And then also I mentioned
pretty bad.
I bunted on MLB The Show while being no hit. So those are my two famous bunts. And so if you want to accuse me of having a soft spot for bunting, of course, like I would never deny that. It has nothing to do with justifying myself. I'm consistent about it. That's the bottom line. That's funny. Let's go to John in Newburgh. What's up, John?
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's up?
Evan, Tiki.
What's up?
I love you both, but Evan, you couldn't be more wrong. If that was any other pitcher out there, they would not have bunted. Alex Cora is a complete clown. They knew Garrett Cole. That was his first game back. It was absolutely ridiculous, and he is just the scum of the earth.
Wow! Well, don't hold back, man.
You guys hate Alex Cora.
All right, so I'm doing some research just to see, did Alex Cora get asked about this? I can't find any quotes about yesterday, but I did find Alex Cora angrily accusing Garrett Cole of intentionally hitting Rafael Devers.
Oh, interesting.
So obviously we have that history of Alex Cora and Garrett Cole, but yeah, that doesn't mean anything. Okay, fine. Alex Cora may have accused Garrett Cole years ago of intentionally hitting his daddy, Rafael Devers, who, by the way, good news for Garrett Cole. You play the Giants on opening day, you won't have to see Devers this season.
Good point.
You remember the massive numbers that Devers has against Cole. It's off the charts. But that also doesn't prove anything. Just because Cole has had issues with, or Cora has had issues with Cole in the past.
Yeah, nothing to look at.
Joe is in Newton, Pennsylvania. What's up, Joe?
Hey, guys. Good to talk to you. Evan, John and I were at Barclays Center last night.
looked for you in your section. Might have just been there at the wrong time, but maybe we'll catch you.
That's I apologize. So what happened is I went to the game, but I ended up not sitting in my season, so I apologize, and I didn't have a way to communicate with you about that. So my apologies. I hope you enjoyed the game last night.
Well, that's the other reason I called. I told Sean it was special. 24 points and a half. Yeah, we were debating whether any NCAA teams or WNBA teams could beat them, and the answer is obviously no. But it was crazy. And the other thing that struck me, I don't know if you've experienced this, we saw, forget about OKC, there were plenty of them.
Yeah.
We saw more jerseys of a couple of other teams, including the Denver Nuggets, around the arena than we saw of Nets jerseys of active players.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. Because right now, in the rebuild that they're in, and the place was sold out. Now, he's right. It wasn't necessarily sold out with Net fans, but there were people occupying the building. Right now, and I'm going through the same thing with me and my kids, there's no jersey to buy. You want to say Igor Joman, who's, by the way, out for the season. He's a rookie, and, he's a lottery pick, but you don't know. And so this team is in such a weird transition right now that there's no player that everybody's going to buy the jersey of. But what happened last night in Brooklyn is pathetic. And I understand tanking, and I understand rebuilding, and I totally understand what's going on right now. But to put together that kind of non-competitive effort.
The Nets still in the league?
No, they aren't. That's embarrassing. Because the Brooklyn Nets charge prices to go into that building. They charge real prices to go in that building. And they fancy themselves as an NBA team.
Right.
And right now they're not.
But they're not acting like one.
They're not acting like one.
With the product that they're putting on the all right, we have a time limit. The product they're putting on the court. But you knew that was going to happen. The only thing we cared about was whether or not SGA would get to 20.
Which he did.
Which, of course,
that's
he did.
what me and
Jet
were
didn't double and triple team him like we suggested.
We actually did in the second quarter, but it didn't matter. It did not matter. Look, I think that we knew they were tanking. I understand that they're tanking. There's a different level. And last night was another level. I mean, to put up the offensive performance they put up in the first quarter and halftime, that's not an NBA product. It's one thing to lose. It's another thing to be that non-competitive. But look, here's the thing about the Nets and Sean Marks and Joe Tsai. They're going to try to win next year. So game on. Game on. I'll give you these final few games of the season. Tank as much as your heart desires. Hopefully the ping pong balls go the right way. And even if they don't, you better win next year. You don't have your own pick, and you're going to try to win. So enough of this, because that's not an NBA product. And a lot of people paid NBA prices to be in that building.
Slag nut Nets.
Let's go to Brendan in Clifton, New Jersey. What's up, Brendan?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Got another Howie Rose call to throw in the mix.
Yes.
Game 6 of the 2024 NLCS, as the unfortunate inevitable was becoming a reality, during Francisco Alvarez's last at-bat, he kind of took a couple minutes to just kind of capture the emotion of what that whole run was, the regular season, the OMG, and the series against the Phillies and the Brewers, and it was pretty emotional. I just wanted to point that out.
That's interesting. I don't even know if I've ever heard that. And if I did, maybe I wasn't ready to hear it, because as great as that season was, and let me rephrase that, as fun as that season was, the ending still sucked. Like, I know it was a lifeless loss. They were never in it. The Dodgers were the better team. I respect that. Mm-hmm. It was just sad that it ended. It was sad that it wasn't going to continue. It was sad that it wasn't going to, go to a miracle run of Mets-Yankees, the rematch 24 years later. So,
cost Judge maybe his best shot at a ring.
What was that?
That cost Judge maybe his best shot at a ring.
We would have smoked you, bro.
Okay, sure.
We would have smoked you.
You were out of pitching.
Okay, and you were out of guts. I mean, what am I going to tell you about that?
Okay.
I should stick you in a locker, geek.
That game saved you a lot, and you know that.
Sean, here's the thing that's troublesome. We're talking about Howie's Met moment at the end of the 24 season.
Yeah, and he's bringing up the ending, and you're bringing up that year.
When I mentioned the Yankees in the World Series, they were just another team. It could have been the Mariners. It could have been anybody. This wasn't about you. This wasn't about the Yankees. This was about Howie Rose putting a nice bow on what was a fun but disappointing end to a season. And you did it, and you took it to take a shot at us.
No.
That was unnecessary.
No.
We're not talking about you.
You made it a point of saying, taking away the word great and calling it fun. And I was just reminding you, you lucked out.
But you don't know that. And
I
see,
do.
this is what you're doing. You're making this about you. This isn't about you. You don't know that we lucked out. You have no idea if you would have won that series. And just like as much as I just talked trash, Tiki, I'll even take that back and say I don't know how it would have played out.
What is the biggest topic on the station this week?
What's the biggest topic on the station this week, Tiki?
Aaron Judge and clutchness.
Aaron Judge and clutchness.
Yeah,
okay.
If the Mets
really though?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
this week
who's up there?
It just shows you a history alters. If the Mets win that series, maybe Aaron Judge's career looks different.
Yeah, but you just said maybe, and we're going to relitigate who would have won a fictitious World Series.
Well, we're not to relitigate. We knew.
No, we don't know. And again, Tiki, he's making this about him. It has nothing to do with him. I was just talking about the caller mentioned Howie Rose had a brilliant kind of diatribe end to the season about, hey, this was special, this was fun. I don't think I've ever heard it. Maybe Cap can pull it before we sign out. It may be tough to find. I don't know. And you made it about Yankee trash talk. That's literally what you just did.
I can't believe you still go. This is Howie's day. Can you stop going on about the Yankees?
No. Tiki, you see what he's doing?
I do.
Is he brilliant
He
or
is
annoying?
brilliant. He's annoying you. So he's.
They were
brilliant.
pretty good.
Okay. I'm gonna move
And you're
on.
buying in.
I know. That's because you shoehorn the Yankees in.
Now, let me tell you about the Giants.
I was going to say, at least it's not the Giants.
That's funny. Josh in North Carolina. Hey, Josh.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. How are you?
All's good. What's happening?
Good. What's up?
Not much. All right. So between these two former Met players, who would you guys take in the 9 hot dog, 9 beer, 9 inning challenge? Bartolo Colon or Daniel Vogelback?
Oh, definitely Bartolo Colon. Definitely.
No.
Definitely Bart. Big Bart. He looks like he's there for a party, man.
But you have to think, what's the harder thing to do? Get down the beers or get down the dogs?
I think it depends on the person. Like for me, it would definitely be the beers and the hot dogs. I think I could eat 9 hot dogs.
I think the hot dogs is the hardest part.
Okay. See, I think the beers could be, and I think there's no doubt Vogelback's getting them down. I don't know if Cologne's a drinker like that.
Want to throw a third guy in?
Who?
David Wells.
David Wells cleans it up.
He probably does. He'd be the first to tell you about it, too. Yeah, that's a good question. I think I lean towards Cologne, probably also on bias. I like Cologne more. Like Daniel Vogelback, unfortunately, has become like this pimple in Met history, where when you say his name, it's not positive.
Right.
It's just very negative. Yeah. It's just a negative feeling. By the way, speaking of negative feelings, I had no idea about this. So I went to Barclays Center last night, and I park about, I'd say 5 blocks away near Schimmerhorn. Schimmerhorn?
Yeah.
So it's the corner of Schimmerhorn and Flatbush. Okay? So for those that know Brooklyn, it's about 6 blocks away. I park the car, and then I walk Flatbush the 5-6 blocks. I go to Barclays Center. Do you know what's at the corner? I don't know if it's the exact corner of Schimmerhorn or 1 block over.
Go ahead.
That son of a bitch, Tom Brady, opened up his card shop.
Did he really?
Which I hate to say.
Well, those are getting big now.
I know. I like the card shop. I hate to admit that. I mean, I don't hate to admit it. I just don't like Tom Brady.
Right.
But I walked past it, and I really wanted to go in because they have all these like basketball cards and baseball cards and football cards, and everything looks so fancy.
You already know.
But it was just the first thing I noticed was Tom Brady's name as I was walking over to Barclays Center. And I don't really want to see Tom Brady's name.
You already know.
Because he annoys me. Because I'm just not a fan of his. Because he's Tom Brady. He's got his big flag football game going on this weekend, too.
That's right.
I think they moved it from Saudi Arabia to California, but they're playing, which does lead to a question. What will be more popular at the Olympics in 2028, baseball or flag football?
Definitely flag football.
You think flag football?
Yeah. By the way, I did the research of Braden Ward's 15 hits this spring. 4 of them have come on bunts.
See, there you go. He's a bunter.
He's proven he could do it already.
4 of them.
No reason for it anymore.
Nah, it shows that you guys are wrong. He is a bunter. But what about the other bunts? Like, were those pitchers coming off of injuries? Is that okay if that was the case?
Well,
it shows the point.
I'd have to go. I wasn't paying attention to the pitcher.
I'm just joking.
I don't think so, because does Philly have a pitcher coming off? The Phillies have a pitcher coming off of injury?
Yeah. I mean, everybody's coming off of injury, I guess, technically.
Evan, we do also have that call if you want it.
Call of what?
The Alvarez and Howie, the end of the season.
Hold the thought on that. And just if you're just tuning in, Braden Ward is the guy who plays for the Red Sox who laid down the bunt on Garrett Cole that caused Yankee fans to be upset.
Jesus Luzardo's coming off an injury?
No, he had a good year last year. Maybe he's, you know what? I can't keep track of injuries anymore. Maybe he is. I have no idea. We'll come back. We'll hear that call that Howie Rose had at the end of the 24 season that is beloved. And we'll answer the question because I kind of disagree with you. Flag football versus baseball in the Olympics. Plus more of your calls. 888-808-1019.
This portion of the program is sponsored by Ray Cattina Mercedes-Benz of Edison. It's also sponsored by Flushing Bank.
Mercedes-Benz of Edison is more than a dealership. They're a luxury destination where exceptional vehicles meet exceptional people. It's why Cars.com named Mercedes-Benz of Edison the top Mercedes-Benz dealer in the U.S. for 2025. Discover yours at RayCatinaEdison.com.
Life's rewarding, especially with Flushing Bank's Complete Cash Rewards program. Just open a personal or business complete checking account to get started. With 30 New York Metro locations, there's nothing easier or more rewarding. Visit FlushingBank.com today. Member FDIC.
I'm Pat Boyle here to help you beat the books. One Sports. You want your double-digit seed, pound of flesh. 11-seed VCU takes on 6-seed North Carolina, and the Tar Heels have struggled without their best player, Caleb Wilson. Likely a top 10 pick in the NBA draft. He's done for the season with a broken thumb. Carolina struggles to defend the three, and VCU shoots it well. Also, the Tar Heels are one of the worst free-throw shooting teams in the tournament. That spells danger in March. The VCU Rams are a small dog. I like them to advance. I'm Pat Boyle. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber with a special message for New York businesses looking to diversify your income. Amazon Hub Delivery is making it easy to earn extra money. When you partner with Amazon Hub Delivery, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra income and exposure for your business. There's no upfront cost, no delivery experience, and no long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
Hey, did you know Verizon Home Internet covers more homes with faster speeds across the country than any other provider? Now you can get award-winning Fios Internet for just $20 a month for 3 years. Switch today and enjoy savings you can count on. Verizon Home Internet consists of Fios and 5G Home. Availability varies. Comparison based on FCC BDS data of home internet providers with download speeds over 50 megabytes per second, June 2025. Limited time offer for eligible new customers. Fios $20 per month plan with auto pay, mobile phone plan, mobile plus home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee. Applies only to the then current base monthly rate for Fios. Additional terms may apply. All new Dunkin' Zero. Only 20 calories, 0 sugar. The all-new revitalizing energy drink made with B vitamins so you can actually feel good about it. Struggling to make it through the afternoon? Wishing every meeting was an email? Sounds like it's time for Dunkin' Zero. It's the perfect pick-me-up without the spiral, and it comes in 6 delicious flavors like Sun Zest and Glamberry. Dunkin' Zero. Only at Dunkin'. Dunkin' Zero drinks contain caffeine from caffeine and guarana. Beverages are fruit-flavored, contain 0 fruit juice. Participation may vary. Limited time offer.
With Aetna, I always get a quick answer, and I don't have to search on the internet. They go above and beyond to help me with whatever I need.
Those words from a real Aetna Medicare Advantage member speak to why U.S. News & World Report named us a Best Medicare Advantage company. Because we show up on calls with members and doctor's offices when requested. We show up with access to convenient care options. We show up for you. Because that's how healthier happens together. Member feedback has been edited for length and clarity.
Looking for the lowest price on name brand tires? Get to Town Fair Tire and get the guaranteed lowest price on any name brand tire. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
Together, let's drive at Paramus Chevrolet. For just $287 a month and just $287 do it delivery, lease a brand new Trax 40 wagon 2RS with front wheel drive for 39 months. Buying, enjoy 0.0% APR financing for well-qualified buyers. Visit ParamusChevrolet.com today.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, if you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a lawyer, but getting some guy who just watches courtroom dramas.
How does the defendant plead?
Guilty. Wait, what? Also, objection.
You object to what?
Erroneous.
Counsel, approach the bench.
Hey, can I get a whack at the gavel?
You wouldn't settle for just any lawyer, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Ever notice how your floors still look dirty, even after you mop?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Swiffer Power Mop gives you a deeper clean you can actually see.
I'm listening.
Unlike string mops, Swiffer Power Mop absorbs more dirt and locks it away, even in those hard-to-reach spots.
Like behind the toilet?
Exactly. The new micro scrubbers deliver thousands of tiny deep cleaning actions, so your floors look, smell, and feel clean.
Bye-bye, dirty floors. Hello, Swiffer Power Mop.
Try the Swiffer Power Mop. Love it or your money back.
No matter the season, New York sports never stop. Yankees, Mets, Giants, Jets. If it's happening, we're talking about it. The Fan, 101.9 FM and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
We've spent a big part of today's show honoring the great Howie Rose. It was announced back at 10 o'clock that Howie is retiring at the end of the 2026 baseball season. He also joined us at 11. If you want to check out that interview, whether it's on the Odyssey app or where you can watch our entire show on YouTube. But we just took a call from someone who said, hey, one of the most underrated Howie Rose calls was at the very end of Game 6 against the Dodgers in 2024. The Mets were about to lose. It was obvious. They were getting blown out. Howie did this beautiful tribute to the 2024 season. And so for those that have never heard it, I'm not sure I've ever heard it. Here it is. Great job by Andrew Kaplan, who does a fine job finding this stuff throughout the show. Here is Howie Rose at the end of Game 6 against the Dodgers in 2024.
If you are emotionally invested in this Mets team and you're sad right now, it's certainly understandable. But I promise you that won't take long to wear off if it ends here, because once the immediate disappointment, if they don't pull off some kind of magical comeback here, wears off, you'll realize what an incredible ride this team took you for this year. Started out 0-5. They showed some signs of life before they fell to 11 games under the 500 mark, and a lot of people had them written off right there. And so when you're lying around during the offseason anticipating the next one, and you think about what the 2024 Mets were all about, you won't be able to keep yourself from smiling. Remember the talk over the winter? Transitional year. They're punting on the season. Well, they've kicked all the way to the 6th game of the National League Championship Series. And I'll say this, on a personal level, I was 15 years old when they won the 1969 World Series. That's 55 years ago. So you can do the math for yourself. But I'll just say this about the 2024 New York Mets. They have made this 70-year-old feel 15 all over again.
Wow. That was very good.
It was personal. That's why. Because he's being real. He's telling you what this actually means as opposed to the disappointment of losing to the eventual world champion.
Well, I love Howie, and it was very touching. I disagree with him about a lot of stuff.
Like
how I feel about it now. It's been a year and a half, and I smile at...
Yeah, but I think that's jaded a little bit, but keep going.
I smile at moments, like I think about Lindor, game 161. I think about Alonso, Milwaukee. I think about beating the Philadelphia Phillies, Lindor grand slam, final out Edwin Diaz. There's a lot of great stuff from 2024, 1,000%. And I smile when I think of those moments, but I also think of a missed opportunity. Like, I think about the fact that the following year, even after adding Juan Soto, they didn't make the playoffs. I think about how difficult it is, how tough it is to not just make the postseason, but then go on a run and get hot at the right time.
Yeah, context changes over time. And so
it does.
In real time, Howie's right. Nobody expected them to get that far. But when you realize that not only did they not make the playoffs, that the entire team basically feels different now, that it's not the same team anymore.
It's very different.
So the emotion from 2024, it doesn't mean anything. It didn't last. It didn't have years of festering to potentially build into something greater than that loss. It now is just kind of I don't know, not even a joyous moment, really.
It's got joyous moments,
right?
But the season feels, unfortunately, like a missed opportunity.
It feels like a wasted opportunity.
Yeah.
I think, to be more specific.
I think when you get as close as they got, as close as the Rangers got when they got to the conference finals, as close as the Knicks got last year, we'll see what happens this season. It feels like a missed opportunity. By the way, Cade Cunningham with a collapsed lung, if you didn't hear that piece of news, what we're uncertain about is what his timetable is. I still have not heard what the timetable would be on Cade Cunningham. I guess some players have missed 3 weeks. Some have missed 6 weeks. The NBA playoffs begins in about 3.5 weeks. So the odds have changed for Detroit, but not as drastically as you would think. Prior to the injury, they were plus 480 to come out of the East. They're now plus 610. So it changed, but not dramatically. Which I guess is the sports books telling you we don't know how much time Cade Cunningham is going to miss. Let's go to Frank in New Haven. Hey, Frank.
Hey, guys. Frank from New Haven again. Evan, I wanted to apologize for trolling you about Devin Williams melting down after the Howie tribute. Now don't hang up on me. I got a question for Tiki and then a peace offering. Tiki, you said that I sounded like Howie in '94. To be compared on any level is an honor. Can I have Evan's job?
This guy's just trolling me all day. Let's go to Mark in Brooklyn. What's up, Mark?
Hey, for taking my call.
No problem.
Yeah, I'm calling about the Garrett Cole thing. I'm a big Yankee fan, and Sean and Tiki, I think you guys are way off here. First of all, something I think we're kind of forgetting with spring training. Spring training is the time to really zero in and focus on something. It's not time to lose the game or win the game, rather. Yeah. How often in the World Series or in the playoffs, when it's time to bunt and somebody doesn't bunt, or they do bunt and they pop out, or like, well, damn it, why didn't they practice this in spring training? Well, that's all this guy's kind of doing. I feel like this is again, I'm a huge Yankee fan, but it's kind of an opportunity to do it. Not only that, but one last point, and it's a confident point, Sean. If Garrett Cole can't field a bunt, I don't want it out there. We don't need, as much as I'm excited to get Garrett Cole back, it seems like earlier than we were expecting. I'm confident in the Yankee team, maybe more confident than most. I don't think we need Garrett Cole back, early May or whenever we're going to get him. So if he's not comfortable fielding a bunt, get him back there, let him rest. I want him in October. I don't need him fielding bunts in March.
I think we're saying the same thing. I don't think anybody's saying he shouldn't be able to field a bunt. It's just, should he have to field a bunt in the first batter he faces in his return?
I think the point that Evan is making is that if he didn't want to field the bunt, don't field the bunt.
Yeah, at spring training, you told me it doesn't matter.
This doesn't matter.
This kid is trying to make the Red Sox. He's had 6 bunt hits in spring training. That's what he does. And I know we didn't know who he was before this. 4. Well, he's about to have 6.
Garrett Cole's a competitor. Of course he's going to field the bunt.
Well, that's on Garrett Cole then.
But the Red Sox know that.
Stop whining and bitching about it.
Except
this is very... There's no L to take.
CC told you were wrong already.
Jamil is in New Jersey. What's up, Jamil?
Hey, Evan.
Yeah.
Tiki, you're the best.
Thank you.
Marash. Here comes the L. Alex Cora wasn't even there yesterday. if you listen to Susan Waldman, she said he wasn't even there.
That's amazing.
So that whole thing about Alex Cora is out.
That's amazing.
This guy is 27 years old.
Yeah.
He wants to make a team, and that's what he does.
Now, Jamil, I'm going to do a Sean Morash imitation before you say a word. So,
you're going to pre-predict what I'm going to say?
I'm going to pre-predict what you're going to say. So, Jamil is pointing out that Alex Cora, who is being accused by Yankee fans of setting up the bunt that annoyed Yankee fans yesterday in a spring training game, stupidly, that Alex Cora set the whole thing up. And Jamil is saying, hey, if you guys listen to the radio broadcast, Susan Waldman told you Alex Cora isn't there.
He wasn't even around.
Now, I know the Sean Morash playbook. I know what he's going to say.
Okay.
And you're telling me he couldn't have called him? He couldn't have texted him? He couldn't have said, this is what you're doing? And the fact he isn't there is why he won't be held culpable. Now, the only problem with that prediction is Sean doesn't know what the word culpable means.
Of course I do.
But outside of that, am I right that that's how you would flip this argument?
Yeah, like technology, guys. He's the manager. He addressed the team.
Totally right.
Now, that being said, I did not know Alex Cora was there because I was working here. And again, I have a life. It's, the middle of March here.
No, first of all, do not call people.
By the way, why was he not there?
I don't know. Was it a split squad game? Maybe it was.
Oh, maybe.
I have no idea. I'd have to double check that one. But don't call people listening to the AM dial and
That's
the
what he
Yankee
said?
Red Sox
I thought he was
game.
home watching the game.
No. Susan Waldman works on the radio.
What does Susan have to do with this?
Because he just said Susan said it.
I didn't hear that.
Listen to the phone call then before you have a strong opinion.
Didn't you screen him?
You'd be surprised what these people tell me.
The caller just said, Jamil said, Susan Waldman said on the broadcast, Alex Cora isn't here.
Well, you know what? He's not listening to us.
I'm not. It's okay that he's not listening to us. It was on the AM signal of WFAN. Yes, we get double credit. It all counts.
Right.
Okay?
Well, you can.
It's a good thing he was listening to AM.
That's right. So don't ridicule one of our listeners for listening to the Yankee game on the Yankee flagship station. We're going to have tomorrow night spring training game too. Is that person a loser for listening to Yankees-Orioles? Be careful before you answer that.
No, it's at night.
What does that mean?
Hey,
It doesn't interfere with us.
yeah, exactly.
It doesn't interfere with us. We're one big happy family. Whether it's FM or AM, it's fine. The point is, Alex Cora wasn't there. Okay?
FaceTime was.
That's the point. I knew that's what it would be. I predicted that would.
You were right. You nailed that, Devin.
I did. Now, tell me if I'm nailing this, because I completely disagree with Tiki Barber. So, Tom Brady's doing this flag football game on Sunday, which is on Fox. Like, they're trying to make a big deal of it.
Like Fox?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
They actually ran a lot of advertisements during the WBC for it, too.
Yeah, they're running advertisements because I think they're having trouble selling tickets out there because they moved it at the last second.
Yeah.
Like, it was supposed to be in Saudi Arabia, and now it's like, hey, we're going to L.A., Come to the event. I mean, it's a very tough
Think of
pivot they
all
had
the
to
things
make.
to do in L.A. You're going to show up at a flag football game last minute?
No,
Probably
it's not easy.
No, it's really not.
Now, the event, and also people don't know. Like, we just don't know. Now, it's going to be on TV. They got a lot of stars showing up. I know Jaden Daniels is going to be there. A lot of NFL stars. And I think it's almost like a preview of the Olympics. And what I was battling in my head was the Olympics are occurring in 2028. Flag football is a part of the Olympics. There's already been this conversation about are pro athletes, NFL players, going to participate. We still don't fully know the answer, like who's going to do it, how many guys are going to do it.
I know guys want to.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
We don't know if they're going to be allowed to.
Now, assuming they're allowed to, we know baseball is on its way to allowing their players to participate in the baseball side of the Olympics.
Yes.
We also know how football is king. Football's king.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Roger Goodell could go on TV, fart into a microphone, and it'll get a huge rating. Like, the NFL is king. The draft, the scheduling, and, of course, the games. You said before you think flag football with NFL players will outrate the baseball Olympics.
I do.
I disagree with you.
Why?
I'll tell you why. I think that, we've already seen from the WBC, it'll get a big number.
Yeah, but, okay, keep going.
You haven't even made my point yet.
I know you haven't. That's why I said keep going.
Okay. So if I figure, all right, USDR got a 7 million rating, I figure the Olympics will be a little bit higher. I figure it'll be like 11 million people.
But I think you're discounting the fact that the WBC happens when there's nothing going on.
I agree, but it's baseball fans used to watching baseball. And now you're shutting down the sport when they would be watching the All-Star game, and you're giving them competitive baseball, and they've already got their baseball muscle working. And while you are competing with the beach, Tiki, you're not competing with the NBA because it's over. You're not competing with the NHL because it's over. You're not really competing with anything sports-wise. And here's the thing about football. While football is king, people like violence, man. People like the hitting.
Yeah.
But I think flag football is not going to fly, bro.
I think it's the intrigue of what flag football is going to look like. Now, this is going to be I think the challenge for the broadcaster, whoever's broadcasting, it's NBC, right? Obviously, NBC will be broadcasting Olympics. Is how do you shoot flag football? Like there is a tried and true methodology to shooting the NFL, and you got the handheld guys, you got obviously the big camera on top, and you see it developing. Flag football doesn't operate like that really. And when you watch flag football at the Pro Bowl, and I've only watched it intermittently because I think it sucks, it feels terrible.
So then why wouldn't you agree with me?
Because I'm hoping they do it differently.
Oh, I got you.
Like they film it in a way or broadcast it in a way that shows you the intensity of what's actually happening, as opposed to guys just running around, not really caring, not going full speed, acting like they're 12 years old playing flag football in the backyard. That's what the Pro Bowl feels like. I don't think that the Olympic flag football will be that way.
I'll let Sean Morash break the tie when we come back, which will cause more interest for people, the baseball Olympics or flag football, and we'll get an update on everything going on day 1, hour 2 basically, of the NCAA tournament. It's all coming up, Evan and Tiki, until 2 this afternoon.
At Citizens, we help make sense of your money and all your money questions.
Do I keep renting or finally buy?
Do I plan for a vacation or plan for a renovation?
How big of a nest should my nest egg be?
If money talks, what's it say to me?
Is cash still king?
Wait, When did a dollar slice go up to $3?
Whatever money questions you have, Citizens has the answers. Make sense of your money at citizensbank.com/made ready. Member FDIC.
At NYU Langone Health, we know there really is no place like home. That's why we get our surgery patients home faster and have fewer readmissions than any other health system. That means once you're home, you won't need to go back for the same procedure. Instead, you can get back to the things you love. And the next time you need something else, we're here. Better health starts with a better health system. Learn more at nyulangonehealth.org.
Right now, new FanDuel customers can get up to $300 back in bonus bets every day for 10 days if your bet loses. So here's how it works. Place a tournament bet using the token, and if it doesn't win, you'll get up to $300 back in bonus bets every single day for 10 straight days. That's 10 chances to play all tourney long. From game props and money lines to spreads, totals, futures, and more. You can even mix things up with the same game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. However you want to fill out your bracket, FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the action day after day. So visit FanDuel.com/New York and sign up today. FanDuel, it's time to dance. We all love the app around here. It is safe and secure, and when you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN.
21 and over and physically present in New York. Must apply select token each day. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable and expire 7 days after receipt. Tokens are received in increments of 1 per day. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with the gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
The Declaration of Deals sales event and Ram Truck Month are happening now at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. This is the time to save on all new Jeep and Ram trucks. Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, home of exceptional people, exceptional deals.
If you're in the market for a great deal on Toyo tires, get to Town Fair Tire for your absolute best deal. Because at Town Fair Tire, you get the guaranteed lowest price on any Toyo tire. Plus, you get free services for life. And we honor all valid Toyo tire rebates. For the absolute best deal on Toyo tires, get to Town Fair Tire. Because nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. And I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
All right, they won. You gotta text your buddies. Except you're driving. If you have to respond, pull over. Texting and driving is illegal and could lead to an accident. A safety message from the Rothenberg Law Firm. InjuryLawyer.com.
Make the smart choice, the Mazda CX-5. With standard all-wheel drive, advanced safety, and effortless handling, there's more to a Mazda than meets the eye. Drive a Mazda CX-5 and elevate your journey wherever the road takes you. Visit your local Mazda dealer or MazdaUSA.com.
No! It's just a golf lesson, champ. Loosen up.
I can't. See that Hyundai Santa Fe?
Yeah.
I only paid.
Finish up on your own. I gotta run.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry, offer ends March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Your official station to talk Yankees. The Fan, 101.9 FM and always live on the free Odyssey app. Download it today.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. 13 minutes and change left in game number 1. TCU leads Ohio State 43-36. Nebraska all over Troy 41-25 at the half. And just underway 7-7 USF and Louisville. Also, the Islanders are in Ottawa tonight. And all Islander fans are Ranger fans as the Rangers are in Columbus taking on the Blue Jackets.
Yeah, we're getting down to nitty-gritty time. A couple of weeks left in the regular season for both the NHL and the NBA. And before you know it, it's going to be playoff time. Islanders trying to secure their playoff spot. We know the Knicks are in. It's all just about seeding, and then the real season begins. I mentioned before, over the weekend, Tom Brady has his flag football game that's taking place where they got a ton of NFL stars participating in it. And I know that flag football is coming to the Olympics for the first time in 28, and baseball has been flirting with continuing the momentum of the WBC and bringing, for the first time ever, Major League Baseball players to the Olympics. I was asking Tiki which one will be more popular, which one will get a bigger TV rating. I think baseball will kill it. I think it's one of the rare times baseball would defeat football. I don't think it ever does any other time. Sean, break the tie, because Tiki thinks football, I think baseball.
I think it will be baseball as well. But for a lot of the reasons Tiki said, I don't even know what the heck competitive flag football looks like on television.
Because you've never seen it.
I've never seen it. And the only times I've watched it, like the best flag football teams on NFL Network, I don't know any of the players, so it's a quick turnoff. But I have to lean baseball. I think we will be interested. But here's the other thing that's going to hurt flag football. Who the heck is Team USA's competition? Like, at least we know here in the Olympics or in the WBC, we're watching competitive baseball.
Yeah, you won't know anybody on any of the international teams.
And I think 5 minutes into game one of Team USA, you're going to be like, okay.
Unless they're beating them.
Right, okay.
I'll tell you the other thing that's going to make the Olympic baseball really good, because I wasn't really aware of it because I don't understand the rules of Olympic baseball. There's only 6 teams in the tournament, okay?
Is that right?
That's it. And 3 of them have already automatically qualified.
Because they're in North America.
I don't think that's the reason. I think that's just the format. There's only 6 teams. And 3 of them...
U.S., Canada, and Mexico.
No, that is not true.
Are you sure?
I am telling you right. You could look it up. Fact check me. I know I'm right. There are 6 teams in the Olympics that will qualify for the Olympics. 3 have automatically qualified.
Who are?
The United States as the home country.
Right, host country.
And then the other 2 that have automatically qualified are Venezuela for winning the World Baseball Classic and the Dominican Republic. That is it. And I think the DR qualified because they got to the semifinals. I'm not sure why Italy didn't qualify. Maybe it's because it's not really an Italian team. I don't know. So the other countries like Japan has to qualify. We assume they will.
Right.
But they have to qualify. Korea,
when are they qualifying?
I guess there are tournaments.
But when?
I don't know the specifics on when those take place,
right.
But there are qualifying tournaments that take place to determine the other 3 countries. But as of right now, it is the United States, it is the Dominican Republic, and it is Venezuela.
And it'll be one team from Asia, 1 team from Europe, and 1 team from Oceania.
Oceania!
Or Oceania.
Gotta have Oceania represented. Yeah, so those are those are how they're going to, or the format on it.
They have qualifying tournaments. Only 1 team is going to come out of Asia, 1 team out of Europe.
So figure the Asian team would be Japan. I mean, they could lose to Korea.
Right.
Korea's not bad. I don't even know if the major leaguers or the best Japanese players will participate in it, but I hope Japan qualifies because that's the best competition.
Yeah.
Europe, I don't know who would be from Europe.
Doesn't it cheapen it a little bit because there's only 6 teams?
Doesn't it make it better?
I mean, maybe. Yeah, I guess so.
What's that event that the NHL had last year? The Frozen Four?
The 4 nations.
The 4 nations. It was only 4 nations. I mean, isn't that kind of the same thing?
But the
This
four
is 6
nations. The 4 nations was only because you have to construct it out of NHL teams, correct?
Yes, it was an NHL event.
It was an NHL event, and so there just weren't enough other nations.
You know why it's 6 and why 6 makes sense?
Why?
We really want to waste our time with these horrible games? Like, no offense. I don't want to call countries out.
Yeah, because
Brazil,
it's
come on.
Because it's a baseball game and it's long and not that interesting.
But you're going to have...
If it's ugly, I mean, baseball that's long and there's no run scored, and it's not even really good pitching, it's not fun to watch.
But I would guess also Team Puerto Rico becomes Team USA too, right?
No. Puerto Rico competes in the Olympics.
Oh, okay.
You didn't know that?
Well, I just don't understand how that would be fair to them that they can't qualify.
My understanding is that Puerto Rico competes in the Olympics, and I guess
really?
Yeah. Again, fact check me. You guys ask me so many damn questions. Show me I'm
you're
wrong.
saying it like you know this is true.
So you're telling me any American-born player that played for Puerto Rico cannot play for Team USA in the Olympics?
That's a different question. Tiki, you know where to go.
There goes Tiki.
Hey, you gotta go there.
There goes Tiki down
the rabbit hole. Like, I can't answer everything.
All right.
I can answer what I know. No, but what I know is that Puerto Rico...
No, you're right. Puerto Rico
Thank
competes as an independent nation in Olympic Games.
Thank you very much.
Despite being a U.S. territory.
But I know we're getting...
So what your question is, can Francisco Lindor, if he wants, can Francisco Lindor compete for Team USA? The answer is probably yes. First of all, he also lives here, too.
That's what I was going to say. He's also a citizen here.
Yeah. So I guess he would.
That's what I mean. All those guys are going to play here.
By the way, it's a great question because if Puerto Rico can't qualify for the WBC based on what you just laid out, then it would be up to guys like that to say, yeah, I want to play. Yeah, I want to play. I want to. If U.S. will have me, let's go. I want to be on the team. But I actually think the limited amount of teams makes it better.
Right.
Like, who wants to sit there watching Brazil play?
Puerto Rico has won 2 gold medals. Monica Puig as a boxer.
You're talking about overall.
Overall.
Ever.
Since 1948.
Right.
2016.
Yeah.
And then Jasmine Camacho Quinn in the 100-meter hurdles in Tokyo in 2020.
You know what that kind of proves to me? So I think it was last week, I pulled a very quick snippet of the three main shows open after the United States won the WBC in 2017. So we had a quick clip of Boomer and Carton, a quick clip of Joe and Evan, a quick clip of Mike. And the Mike clip was him yelling with a caller that the U.S. beating Puerto Rico in the WBC finals isn't real because Puerto Rico is a part of the U.S.
Right.
Where Mike really is so wrong about this is that in the Olympics they compete as their own nation.
That's true, but...
So unless you're ripping the Olympics too, aren't you kind of being hypocritical?
Half of their medals have been in boxing. 6 of their 12 overall medals have been in boxing.
I thought you said they only... 2 gold medals.
2 gold medals.
Gotcha.
And one of those was women's boxing. 3 in track and field, 1 in tennis, and 2 in wrestling.
Any Winter Olympic medals, no?
No, but they did have a competitor in the skeleton. Kelly Delca represented Puerto Rico in the skeleton in
One of the
2026.
most underrated movies of all time is Cool Runnings. You know what that's about?
That's Jamaican bobsled.
The Jamaican bobsled team, which was just awesome.
100%.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time, and I'm curious if it holds up. That may be one I have to check out.
I bet it does, because the emotion of it holds up.
Yeah.
I watched it during these Winter Olympics. It holds
did
up.
you?
It's on Disney Plus. Yeah, I watched it with my kids. It was good.
Feel the rhythm.
That was going to be my follow-up. Where do you find it? Like, my biggest issue when there's
a Disney movie.
Yeah,
it's a Disney movie? That makes it easy. Disney Plus makes it easy. Let's go to Pete calling in Queens. What's up, Pete?
Hey, what's going on? So I just wanted to circle back on the topic of having a dedicated runner, especially with the Manfred rule, but then even in the playoffs as well. So, like, if you think about what happened in the World Series just this past year, like, IKF got thrown out running to home, right?
Yeah.
Imagine if you had, like, a Noah Lyles on your team, like an Olympic level sprinter.
Oh, right.
And but the other part of that is kind of like a unique thing that could happen is if you, like, I think it was like in the early 90s, MLB got rid of a rule where women couldn't be in the major leagues. Like, there was actually a rule in the books, and they got rid of it, but there hasn't actually been a female player, obviously, right? But technically speaking, if you had a dedicated sprinter on your team, you could have like a Shakari Richardson as your dedicated sprinter. And just imagine what, like, for the team itself, like, they would sell tons of jerseys, and it would be like a big deal when she would come in as a dedicated runner, even if it was just at a meaningless, like...
Pete, that's a very interesting idea and suggestion. It would be manipulating the rules to bring women to the sport, but Shakira Richardson's fast as hell.
Yeah.
Now, she's been in trouble recently, but that's neither here nor there. But just the idea, I mean, she's fast as hell.
Have you ever heard of Herb Washington?
No.
Herb Washington was a, like, track star.
Okay.
And Charlie Finley signed him to the A's to be a designated runner.
And?
He never batted. He never played the field. He played 105 games and stole 31 bases.
Okay.
And he played a role in the 1974 championship.
Okay.
So my point is, it's happened before.
Right, of course.
Not.
I mean, football has done this. Ronaldo Nehemiah he was a track athlete. I'm trying to think of the other ones.
But then had to play football.
Yeah, I know. It's different because football, you just put him as a wide receiver and say, you're stretching the field, just run.
Right. In this case, like, here's the thing. So last year the Mets sort of had one in Luis Angel Acuna, but he could also play the field.
Yeah.
And he could also bat. It's very difficult, as much as I say a designated runner, to have someone who cannot do any of those things.
Yeah, because then your bench gets so much shorter.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you could get yourself in trouble.
Yeah, like, it's one thing to have a guy who is a terrible hitter and a terrible fielder and say, all right, I don't want to have to use you off the bench, but hey, Travis Jankowski, if you have to hit, you can. You know what I mean?
Yes.
To take somebody, man or a woman, it doesn't even matter, track star or not, and say, all right, this is all you have to do. It's tough to do when you only have 4-man benches. My point was, if I'm the Mets and the Yankees, I would prioritize having a Major League Baseball player or a minor league baseball player, like a real baseball player, whose exceptional skill is base running and speed. And I'll live with the fact that you don't hit much.
Yeah.
But if you can put a glove on and give me some defense, I can still use you. I don't think the Yankees and the Mets right now, when you look at their rosters, like, it's tough right now.
Yeah, I think it's better to try to find someone who can do both, because even just getting someone who's fast, it probably is not even good enough.
Got to be a smart base runner.
Because it's a skill to run bases.
Look, Josh Naylor is such a great
example. The
example.
angles are like so important. How you attack a base. If you don't know how to do that, you're going to break your ankle.
You see the stats on Josh Naylor, your guy?
No.
I got to read this to you because it's unbelievable. So Josh Naylor is, according to Sprint Speed, the second slowest base runner in Major League Baseball.
Okay. I can see that.
It makes sense, right? He's a
Yeah.
little chunky, a little big. Stole 20 bases last year.
Right.
Actually, hold on. I take that back. He stole 30 bases last year.
Wow.
Sorry. I had to add the two teams together.
Wow.
So the guy with the slowest sprint speed in Major League Baseball stole 30 bases and was caught twice.
It's like Juan Soto, though. Juan Soto was never caught. And again, Juan Soto's a good athlete, but he's not a 30 base stealer, really.
And by the way,
he had never done it.
And you can find the opposite of that, where here's a guy who's really, really fast,
right?
But he's just not a good base runner.
Brett Gardner. That's why he couldn't hit leadoff.
Ah, that's a good point.
Yeah, he had all the speed in the world, couldn't run the bases.
It's a skill.
Yeah, it is.
There's a certain skill set to it. Let's go to Craig in Matawan. Hey, Craig.
What's up, Craig?
Hey, guys, I love the show. Evan, I love your podcast. Tiki, you're one of my favorite Giants. Trust me, I was upset when you retired. To me, you're one of the greatest Giants. I want to touch on two things. First, the video game. Listen, my nephew was beating me 26-0 in the 8th inning, and he went to use the bathroom. He came back. The game accidentally turned off. I told him the cat knocked the wire out. I mean, listen, I'm not getting no hit by a 9-year-old. Not happening. But anyway,
Wait, so does that mean,
as far as the bunting goes,
hold on. So let me. Can I clarify something? So you're saying to me, because I like to hear independent views, that me bunting down 10-0 in the 9th inning of an MLB
I would have did
game,
the same thing.
All right.
I would have did the same thing.
Thank you very much. So, Craig, if you're listening, you know what that means.
You're a whiny bitch.
Thank you very much. That's an independent caller who's just like, it's okay to bunt. Look, my cardinal rules of baseball is you can do whatever the hell you want. You got a problem with it, stop it.
Right.
That's my rule. You got such a problem, don't let it happen.
Garrett Cole tried to not let it happen.
Well, it happened. It happened. Congratulations to Howie Rose. He is retiring at the end of the 2026 season. You can hear our full coverage if you rewind on the free Odyssey app, including our interview with him at 11 a.m. and any other part of the show. It's all right there on the free Odyssey app, wherever you download this podcast or your podcasts, and, of course, on YouTube if you subscribe to the FAN channel. Carton Show is next. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 10.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Olympic drama in March. Jack Hughes, who scored the overtime goal to bring home gold versus Canada in February, is now speaking out about not being able to keep the puck, which is in the Hall of Fame. A representative came out saying, hey, it